The Kwabena Sikapa, the administrator, Emma, Citizen Media College. I would die so by Centroni, TV presenter, camera handling, hey MCR, BBFA in Central Juma, dear, BBFA media no dear. Say you die so dear, and you not make for Citizen Media College, and a dear amount. It's our way. Ubane DHS or Tifia or train result, Fanny Bra. What's where VSS? What's what Tifie? Bra, and now say, who university? What's bet me in Yahuaquina now sweating yaba? Esa say, yes, hey, Yamfire into Eduma Bacoso. Into Tutuana more, Nebra, Citizen Media College. Now your offer courses need to say TV presentation, radio presentation, newscasting, dicks joking, marketing, and a media law and ethics, and office upon production side. Your video editing, graphic design, graphic motion, camera handling, and office MCR. Tanima Wayna, Opa Citizen Media College. You be now, but say, you were a teacher for our ma bene, or ma pabene, or one in dear, and what has on been young one but nobody will fat entity in your name. Now, ya no money so near me there. Say, I can't say, Citizen Media College. I just to say, we train professional. See, I can't say we train professional, and you be into it. Sounds say, I say no. So when you're one into obession, crowd obession, it sounds like a professional. And to be far woman at that screen is so. One said, Yahumani check screen as a son. Fat, Frewomu, or big Biabe on bedding come, beyond bedding come. Again, I want to ask you, Obisu or Honma, or some media my bone, minima can kind, bra, Citizen Media College. Now, ye chira crying away, and ye get up crying, dear, ye chira crying one crying, and Bumpuni Mountain, baby, I'll better. To wase, bra, now bank quadia, Ubenya baby, I will better. I Citizen Media College, we train
your money at Chirima, and I see a chichile from me. So that on between your beginning, Abe build ya twaso. That's all. This shouldn't be a problem. All right, so your baby and one come on. Now, you say Yamea Duma Bawumia Dabe Tuesday and answer Wednesday. Say, huh? And you're Tuesday. Okay, so when you I am say a year 2016 more Accra FM na kata so akata date no so because ya na date ni very important. So what do be to so ya mpacho ya checking. All right, so request to import 100 metric tons of cocoa beans for processing in Ghana. And your letter dated 14th November 2016 on the above subject refers, okay, we are right to inform you that management has approved your request to import 100 metric tons of cocoa beans from Ecuador as part of your operational requirements for a particular recipe for a customer. However, this should be done only by sea through the port of Tema. You are therefore requested to provide detailed information on the following: name of vessel, shipment schedule, blah 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 blah. Okay, so I don't know acquire any, but more letter back no. Let fasten the beer. Minim hawa any we know pe. Yahoo Kafui Blazes Bobie, sorry for the loss of your mother. Welcome back. Thank you. Madam Wase. Mama me yako nyina Madam Wase pa. All right, Paulina, Shirley is here. Prince is here. Bobie, tell the government to pay NAPCO trainees allowance. Omuntia, omo discano, omo wiedi. Ekufa de kromfo, omo wiedi. Okay, so when Musulatan was importation of cocoa beans from Cote d'Ivoire and Nigeria, so the same, it's the same, your letter dated 22nd January 2024 on the above subject refers. The right to inform you that management has approved your request to import 2,500 tons of cocoa beans from Cote d'Ivoire and also brofo back no use you. It's a template in a cocoa board. A template, ukoya NDC no the same brofo. Over here we are the same brofo. Bopa mo Ghana ni bi o team bi apa mo kofa MPP cocoa board. Omo brofo no. The same thing. Our friend theater. Our friend theater. Our friend theater. A template. Into uba no yibi na de bia hyehyem uba no yibi na de bia hyehyem the same brofo. Let's move on we has wojiri kwasia no oni intro enye oni intro enye intro bia no odi we sa the man what ya de omo ya no also baka kire the only way eya ebetumi build Ghana ne say asemba yenyi ye political lenses no ento nchen. So now you're analyzing ye. And this are the biano. We allow politicians to use food soldiers. No more aquatete, no more debone, no more aquatete, omudim kwasiasem, no more aquatete. Inti a MPP timer and NDC ya, MPP ya, or say enye dear Bentina now, yes, sir. If you know, say enye good, why I don't know, yes, sir. So now him said, they're now, oh, yeah. Ono krade de na ehu de no onim chese wonim se na nye na na wo ye o waka mo say said that first na nya na na so nya first na wonim se say ade a wo ye no enye and you are doing it ade na nye then you are doing it. We shouldn't do that, Charlie. We shouldn't do that. Your mayo any echichire, and we must be very careful because enche ye bewu akọ ye nchirima Obuwa also owu achibibia no obi, so he doesn't care what happens behind him or her. Some of us we care about Crawford, we care about ma Nchirima. All right, Charles Mafu says Bobie, you are live inside in Suta Achia Medamu nyina si in Suta Achia Ajeta says check your system. The sound is good, all right? The sound is good, all right? Israel Bruce says, will be my condolences. And I sincerely extend my sympathy to the family. Thank you so much. Okay, Maminya we quick answer now. Me bo asem so. Yes, ba omi abekasa. Yenima de crowd abeka. Se ba omi abeka so one kaso Kofi Bentel. But Kofi Bentel, this guy works with Imani. Find the picture to Amame. For Kofi Bentel picture to Amame. Put this guy's picture here. You see, I've been saying this. I've been saying this. They are criminals. Kofi Bentel is our guys. They are criminals. Kofi Bentel is Akuma. they are just stupid boys working in the system. They always do things. Oh, omat me kosua brofo. Any say the besia share a glasses plain one. No a pepem sire. They learned it from Akufo-Addo. Our position in the society in such a way that they use their position to trick the system, to outwit citizens. Because look at this boy Kwabena, another scammer. Unim beya about one go make I say Kwabena because somebody from his office spoke to me. NMI Ansah. Okay, Ojaba Gabasi says, yeah, Bobie, I heard you. The other time, me say beya 1 year or so ni na me kai sa akwa a street no mu no. No. Kwabena, they are enjoying life. They are okay, trust me. They are okay. And they say no wasi akwaje parem for kofa your friend say a thief like Baumia, a criminal like Baumia, Ansah fanemra. Obi oni ni nua ba ewia o man sada, omu wia o man. Obaka che say Baumia nya corrupt. Oil for gold no. Kromfo nya Baumia kromfo no. Oil for gold nya Baumia kromfo no. Kromfo criminal boy like Baumia. Anya Baumia kromfo no. Anya no ena oil for gold no. Obi a no Kwabena to abadam. Who try man in Ghana hono. Asama what be da? What be da? That a whole country like Ghana, a sovereign nation, a vice president, transactions on our behalf. Now what Timmy Ashe Yanima catch say, ye knew Ghana ni be no quite so who the middleman, the person who is taking the gold to bring us the oil. Ghana for Ghana a domamutiami now across the country. Yasimo, ye 2 year gold, ye fire ye sika. Na ye de akwakwa kofa oil abreye but enipa no a ekosi so no Baumia ka kire say ye ni ho kwai say ye hu nipa kro. You are talking about this reckless fucking man. Obia o the whole country. Kwabena, what you hear Juma? Now about them? We won't sit down. Moko ho ba ho de ne ba ya kase Akufo-Addo be say o man no ya ka from Asempa FM days ya ka obe say o man no oh don't mind them. They don't do academic analysis. We do academic analysis. Government no more one more any manas azuri no academic analysis na kwasi analysis emwasma analysis Jimmy kekankwa ewiase abrabo straight logic. It's about logic. Just look at the person in the party opposition, check the track records, hweniema oye wo de o mine send nsa no nya full powers a obeye mo go bedi kwasi more than that we ABCD so simple. Must ye intellectual analysis. What is the intellectual analysis about this? What is the intellectual analysis about this? Intellectual analysis. Every day we ask ya. Ono manasa azuri say or ko ayi. Also or koto Samsung. Odru circle. Ena obi de seminar. So o discuss say Akufo-Addo ascam no. Ena obi de seminar. Ema no. Ena ema no say phone. Wajimi say Samsung okọ circle no uduru no na ye mu bi gina ho ka kire so no twam kosu ho na Samsung office main office na si uruem na to a ombe ma warranty se kofie na se enye no a wo de ba omo beje ha and I said there be water brofo now tarakano mate our girl down here mate our girl down here mate our girl down here I said mate our girl down here mate our girl down here you ain't now see what's second now omko boo o free okwa na kufa do biti wie ya o ba be ka kire me say okwa akoto semra na yesi semra na okoto yi Samsung na say ni aton semra ma wajimi it is a mechanic be Bobie mechanic just wajimi just accept say majimi wajimi say ya ka something na the brofo I'll get down here mate get me down here I'll get down here mate get me down here no get me down here no mate get me down here no get me down here they get me down here, get me down here. And yes, there be baby a who's in the problem, beba. Oh, I'm cry. No, I'm Ellen yet. If Bobie don't want to brofo, and mate, I will get down here. No, get down here. Yeah, get down here. Oh, mate, get me down here. No, get me down here, Jimmy. Yeah, can't send patch them, Monty. So, what's an me, baby? Maybe home. Ready? Yo. Oh, na say omo argument nyina ne say last year me kan wa omo ko South Africa kofa eye for what do you call them, consultants, and the consultants na catch them say they should try and detach Baumia from Ekufuado government. And you won't say, Ansah, me and no be from say almost so mubabe yi kenofurata everywhere. Na omode yababe so aquano what do you call him? Yes, Adam bibi Adam. Sami Adam was one. Yes, one of the neighbor finance because Baumia ni panono. And they say no, what they are coming to do is that no. Enya wo problems na akoso ni nyina nyoma. Listen to Samira. MPP supporters nam say Baumia enya on betimi aye bibia. Listen to Samira na yere. Tie na yere.
He'll bring it to bear. We are vice president. You head the economic management committee of the country. Into economic policies now will be driven by you, and I say will be directed by you. Into I know say he's competent in that area. He's got the focus. He's got the mindset. He's got the experience in macroeconomics, and even as a general academician or and also he'll bring it to bear. We are vice president. You head the economic management committee of the country. Into economic policies now will be driven by you, and I say will be directed by you. Into I know say he's competent in that area. He's got the focus. He's got the mindset. He's got the experience in macroeconomics, and even as a general academician or and also he'll bring it to bear. We are vice president. You head the economic management committee of the country. Into economic policies now.
When in the ofino confident no we ontie. Yeah, we nyane de. 2016 when no the year campaign against John Mahama, said John Mahama vice president when me amwa atamels. Na onuni kru Samira so onuni kru ye competent. Na vice president die. Wasadi ene se wona ohwe etoto oman ni sikasem entoto ye. Anya za. Entu okura ben na obaba beye. Ye ne de ma Samira wei ekodi di John Mahama atem. Ye ne ma Samira wei ekodi di John Mahama atem. If you say okura ben no so okunu na ebeye head of economic management team no okunu beye efri say waya eba economics no okunu wa ben papa. After stealing the country with Samira's husband ene Ekufado omo awia oman na wie no, now they are telling us that Debbie we are vice president o de wuntimi nya hwe o wiase. We are vice president untimi nya hwe. What guy say Kwame atamils ene a time JM MPP for be catch you say John Mahama the luckiest vice president ever. Okay. Ada yom say atamios yare na John Mahama na ye bibia edisi o mani igu a ye mfanhya John Mahama. Meboa. Listen meboa. Listen meboa. Wo mo abeka. Yeah. Sangro for we ohu. Eya na ye omo say you see now Akufo the tweet no fatuo. For Akufo the tweet no to na amanfo hwe ntaw. Me be say me wie. Me ba cha enes ka cha de no ye sha ase me cha 500 Ghana. E for my de o. E star 413 hash. Ene en ma start adwuma fully. Star 413 hash. Me bot mama mo. Mo mo beti kai abagum no ene me che nipa ba ene enche say 10 on. Kwa me ye na first star 413 hash. Eno chosili so good to hear from your voice. Yes, of course. Ya yempabo. Ye jim. Den. Touchy. Ya touchy se boni aba. Okay, so this is the Akufo-Addo's tweet, and I read. That was in 2018. 2018, they were in government. Akufo-Addo can't say asem no. Obi imagine it new. 2018, 11:50 a.m. and or 20 year. I say I'm glad to be able to report that the economic management team, under the stellar leadership of the strong, brilliant economist Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia, has risen to the challenge, and the hard work is beginning to show positive results. 2018 now by within 1 year. Na eye Mahama ne nsese ye power de agu no ye no na ewo no satan no obeka sankwase asem. And when Akufo-Addo obeka kire ye say Bawumia ni leadership, under his leadership and na economy ni ye no ye ne de ye fra ne say Kofi Bento no mama be dispute you. No, they did not come to say anything. Omanka bibia to them that time neye say Akufo-Addo timikasa ene Ghana for ko kase Bawumia ena mo oman na bofo mo almost there be enye Bawumia enye ono. Now listen to Osafumafo and Oponkroma. Just listen to Osafumafo and Oponkroma. Just listen to them. They think that we are fools. Yantra mo ko say economic management team economic management team no ye chairman ni Dr. Bawumia. Na say only papa committee na we say owo tira so daye owo tira emu ya so daye o ma no ho emfuntaburo o ma no ho adindire no wo ye ne go twa and we can say economic management team no ye chairman ni Dr. Bawumia. Na say only papa committee na we say owo tira so daye Owotura emu ya so daye o ma no ho emfuntaburo o ma no ho adindire no wo ye ne go twa no Obey chairman of economic management team and on my penny promise say me na me nye kasamafo ema Ghana sikasam if you know ni na say and na me sua aduma no ono no church me aduma no ono na so mampeni adan ko Akufo-Addo o kita ni se mi na sia wa friend say Mahmoud e wu sikasam no et say ono no chichi sikasam no my economic management team na e bi etre ono ene openi an chima Bobie wa Nancy ni mebo aba abebu ni na yesuesua e wo ni na se obi bi o we dia mesra so ba sore na ukra flago ukra handkerchief oyi na ye de afa sabu sai baka wale Adam Smith alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia amekatra ose mimi say economic management team no ye chairman ni Dr. Bawumia. Ya fa so Oponkroma no afa no wale Adam Smith. Oponkroma on afa Bawumia wale Adam Smith. Wasi nsrem say jata wale Adam Smith. Yeah, mo ye be mo ni wo kromu a. Response biaba. Fatu ordinary response biaba fatu. quick one.
Issues.
Yes.
So what is Kofi trying to say?
Now listen to Kofi.
I don't think I'm person you understand.
Tie the last AEB. Akwe Jimmy. Akwe Jimmy papa. Meaning baby free. Tie. For me, even if I will make a mistake, I'll make it going forward and not backwards. Some mistake in the person. Yes, I could go see every year. Oh, Jimmy, he can't even backtrack to know that my mistake and I need to correct.
The best way to go forward is to retrospect.
That's all.
The best way.
I'll come back to you guys. Live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Me pacho belo what wa de you free so mama. Mama me nya sa de we. Mahu water bills a friend say water bills na what you mean? Fatu o mama. Obi tua water bill in December. Then in January the person is paying almost 100% of what he paid in December. VAT electricity 15% now. Omofa backdoor they are too is running. And I'm telling Ghanaians, check it. Light or toy, more use a prepaid. Check it. More Toby last month, and that 2 weeks ago. Now I check it so. Okay, so December the 337, right? 337 Ghana cedis, right? Water bill 337. December no date ni bibia available. Then in January there by okay, so mpacho u temo Ghana me chira ekwaya omo echinchim system no a omo stifle system no a Kofi Bento say yes I mistake going forward. We would see what the papa or the train here so or the train in Amphor. No bomb and say man. Radin Yanko yes Christopher. Okay. So but interestingly, Obi Bear argue say they have water amount of water. Yeah, we use not say indicate on the receipt. That they be we use volume say. The same volume no nipa use in December that he paid 337 Ghana cedis. The same volume the person is paying 605 Ghana cedis.
100%.
Yes, the person and enya ono nkwa we nya me nim nipa kro. Me and catcher Kwame say we should do that survey. And if this week we'll be doing it, then we'll see how they are cheating the system quietly. And nobody is talking about it. The same volume of water the person used in December, he paid 337. The same volume in change year. Then the person is paying 605 Ghana cedis from Ghana Water. Yajeji amount for electricity, post and pre, right? Bills, any receipts, and you can see sharp increment in January. Especially last week of January ending, there's a sharp increment in electricity tariffs. Sharp increment. Nobody is saying anything. Nobody is telling us anything. Nobody is saying anything to anybody, explaining why abasa. But this is the current situation that we find ourselves in as a country. And some mistake, na Kofi Bento Jimmy for say, Yanko Swanye, no one obeko so a mistake. Say obeko ne chiako correct the mistake no. Very foolish boy. Thank you. I star 413 hash. Enche made me first a yibeba. Made me first a yibeba. Na a man for omo awini. Eye CMG scratch de. E we say odidi. What you say? Masa, what wa unka bin shemu 500 pow. Na aba eye ofon so umpewe na apede what you say aha enti mesrewa you are the first what daile e do beko stage 1 stage 2 stage 3 5 Ghana cedis 5 Ghana cedis what you say 5 Ghana cedis and town and kase na Kwabena Messi atwa ne ntem utwa ne ntɛm a ubo sɛ machine bɛ pick within ntɛm you get me na otetra wa mamanfo bo wura mu wie a afei de na oni me anya ɛyɛ issue mi say mi wa yiem ntu ni mi nya issue a enya ye what you say enti Kwame ogbaja kare na me pa me hu yo ade wa ba ade atu afrakra wo mani so too much ama ade atu afra mani so bebre ade ba sam anyway all right so mamen kai omanfo se wo ma edaachi ehia wo ma edaachi ehia akola ya wono no a se wo ma ye vaccine akola no omo frɛ bibi HPV one vaccine akola no a obenyini no enam yare basa niema basa ti ase we yo ba oba no ho ban na dachi bi akola na ni ambre obenyini a wayɛ pani a wɔbɔ ne bra no na woyɛ pani nso a abrabo mu dew ɛde wokɔ baabi a wompɛ wahwɛ yɛ nneɛma a bɛte asra no na so yɛsan vaccination a wamma wo ba na anyɛ bi no HPV vaccination mesrɛw tie me yie awofo montie me yie ɔbaatan wawo akɔdaa woteme nka baabia fan serious mame me pacho ni protect ye ma edachi ye protect wo mo dachi tabia heba center wo mo ena de tabia heba mesha aba onu mu ato untimi di wonam hwe weda we nya izo into the yade ne namsa pepu yade ne namsa tabia heba mesha anopa mom what the tabia about capsules aba ye no de hey we sisi mi e jo yere de yere na nsam so ko awia wo sori anu wo kam hey ana afa su kra constipation ye moatimu a no amemne tabia ba capsules ne bi wo si unya nyimfiri sedu nwotwe mfa oba pem from fansanka o memo kan shi drug lane ubenya bi pharmacy shops ahodo herbal shops ahodo from 0243 686861 and also 0245 749206 unsa betumi akabi meba ba beka asem debi e de akyerem afa ASC horse 5050 engine coolant ho mese say bosu biu C horse 5050 engine coolant meba beka asem de e de afa ho akyerem mese Kofi Bente no monfa ba omia policies mra ne discuss na ayi mampani die no enye emotional appeal yo na bre mo se na bre hwe papa bra wa bre emotional appeal na mo de kofa kromfo we e bae timodi another yo mate my mental doctor hello
Bobie
aja
oni am fan form
kai Allah wo yo Allah
oni am
fan form mpacho
si benti nkwasha sem no kan na makuma nyina ye mia wa ha sena me nimi se odi 500 ba ba juma kuma ya me nsia mo wa
ba juju akuma brafo
Bobie
oni na mpacho wo side be
oh mi woteshi mi e batch organizer
oh okay ultra
ela onu mi esi wo teshi
catch me
na NDC asi chief compound mama time we was no sena was no so ye MP aye honorable be ayiku wa koto noma abagu clinic na sena be ya ebe bi anu a timamfo be ko no okobo ya kofa machomen abasa omu mpene na eno ani esi wo ho no ono ankasa be won se 2024 we ni ebe si obehu nanim
na okoboy no mutimi ya ne ho adwuma
okoboy adwane ye be boys no omo amfa na easy
sao
obi adi moja koye
da bi nka ne sao so obi a sha tare kokko di kofie
correct obi a tisi kojan
obi a she kojan kofie ho
you don't know we dey obeti enka
sa mo se o mo tare foforo kama
fresh one
that's right
me see here 2024
don't worry we the 2024 mo show obi atare no mfa nkofie why
no be yin ni bia ide be kire no
mo show mo tare kama
mfa nkofie
yeah that's it
say mo ye di ho adwuma ma no
all right so baby it's we di 500 baby odi akwakosie ukrofo abesra mo na mo asho mo ntare kokko that's right you fine pa see atare kokko na di kofi wa kofi atimi so atare ya kama I mean before no one say Ghana for any bro they have no clue okoboy omu nim ade cry eba ade cry no eba no okoboy no omu nim yo krofo ni bra bre mo so no mu nim an boy di na kakra no amu ne mo boys na nya no na mo adi na mo to but you see Ghana for me di manu wi say almost say akofa another strategy omo dey be wash off Baumia. We are not going to allow them to clean a pig and call the pig a sheep. We won't allow it. Obi antra won hwe momo ro preko mo mekire se eyo dwan. Ye be hye preko na tare ama mo hu se preko na gina wono. Pig ene gina wono. Ye ma omo medisa ankwasi asem no enchire biu. Thank you so much. In the studio we have Onya Listowa Nana Kusipoku is here. Then we have Uncle Rex Omar is here. Arise Ghana National Convener and a GAG and Arise Ghana member Kum and yet Malema team member Kum dear baby. Anyway, so that's it. Let's do this. Mbekreni
Abrofose
agapekwe Araba Anderson Carl Wingham Asambeni Uncle Rex okay na wa Araba ni birthday Uncle Rex one picture no one picture
me picture no bi na
ai Araba na besa hwe All right, so that's it anyway. Araba.
Happy birthday to her.
Anyway, Araba. So from Uncle Rex Omar and Little One and Akusipoku and myself, we say happy birthday to you, Araba. Anderson Carl Wingham. And Unshira Eda, Nyamenfa Enfie Bebre, Enka Umfio. Yeah, that's Bebre. But before, my mama in Aquaba. Nitse say no. Yeah, tia. Pacho baby we no. Yeah, tia. Why no be man yonko yako?
Asemo.
Kabra.
I think say me mema mumu yenu yako. The tia ni say edu baby ana e wo say ba ko gina na opepa mani wa mu nisuo na mumu de no areho. Isan say mu de ne de enya dia ye betimi a resurrect life. Mahwere ade a sabio yentimi ensamfa mankwa mu biem. Enewu ebi ntomeda na sabi womo a meben womo a ebi ato womo ama mahu pen no enya ade a ye fa na hogono so
Enya easy.
Enkankan ni se otihwa na ebesi utirimu a kwara madam fubi ebse onim no he's not the Bentil that you mentioned. He's also a Bentil.
Oh, okay.
Just say he's much wise. He cannot be that stupid. Bentil's mother died. At some point, on the refi of our phones or friend,
Yeah. Udi agrabe.
Asema tono, bibia ba. Now, in the course of discussion, our phone, friend.
We least mistake obey.
Me say.
And wafre baako wafre mienu Ansah na obekai say ni maame ko. And in the presence of boys ayewo sabi na ending nti
Stuff.
mejina mare home na mahyemu nkran na mahyemu den say ending nya dia e fa na hogono so kra. Correct there by no kwara me no kai say ye di ho abobo a na edwen ho kwan a e be fa so a because sabio na nya dia na nkomo na ye die dada no na ye expectant of ewu ana bibi
Too
but
terrible.
ko ba say the ebesi ye no na fe ase ana for you kind so aboa kakape na aka ye pompo na wa pompo na bo ne ya no kra na enko na kakapa sa bekam ti so de no na akoye sutro mienu say okoto wi na be wi ho na be gine yonko tata nti no eya but the me fen so ne say motimi asomumu enye easy I know, and I don't know how it will feel, even though I'm trying to put myself in your shoes, trying to make it feel as if say me sebi say any year back and then so ultimately for be mame and it's my mom.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Same
we are
as
saying
Uncle Rex.
reality in life, no. Obi amami obi mame. And can you imagine say me catch adwatma say Rex mame ko also mame ko and adwatma say ne I just said room so na say no adwa
Nkikasa.
and fans and fu me ko bi bent to me ni bua
Nkikasa.
me ko bi bent to
David. Oda ba kokwa badonko. Ya ba kokwa ti.
me shemu nyina mu nkran na magina Ghana for dodo na sabio ye madwen ma no nyina chi na magina o ma na mu so ahyemuden se mamo nwe se mo nko na mo na mo dom ta mo chi papa papa ka na ntia na account
My cousin be na me to nyina from Nkwala Brim now I see myself as a very strong tough guy until me mami we me na me ye ne ba panyi and me ne timi fie for 30 years until we are that close. So only by 4 years ago ana you see we be man no move ko ni fie na enrich be free krom over there be a me ba na ma fa ho na ma coach sala na oh na ma pack na ma me auntie
urebe physics urebe fi yeah urebe fi
Bente was calling the
I cried
mom
like a baby
urebe fi
in our presence.
me re fi say
Mama so
me re because I am a route na there be am tie tell me ya ma si na me ma fa ne
odi agra urebe fi already oye least mistake urebe fi
eti no me on me sister ti me wura ha me bu any problem auntie my sister say
odi agra urebe fi
very painful.
yeah oye rough ket urebe fi
Because if we are seeing no, a mother is the last person on your mind say obewu.
na oyare nyina me meaning so okay are dey okay so but so be wu pa dey no
anyway but yeah list to work yeah and I think we have a reason to also celebrate List World's life.
yes
Na me na agi enua no e de na brɛ
yes
de ye de ani hu bia no asem we sie na me List to come ampon me ma me issue no e na List to abusa ma se mo se Kwabena tu ka se o ka we ya o twi se ye ka se fa o ka na beje o ma me ka nkɔgye ne ma
of course what is car
you asked me
Yeah, I did.
Me review me buy me kwatro to
I did.
he asked me say Kwabena enti
Seba say ye Musa
ye musa
na ye mfa bibi nko na se wo ka yi kura mpo a na wo timu yi e na se fakọ na
unsan kan ma me a
oledi kofia
o de beko
you onwe hu mienu
chese me mo mani pre me de dey
on the way I see fry all the time like every day we speak to ourselves maybe 2 or 3 times you don't know the frustration I went through last week ye nyina papa mu kuma se ye nyina na o se ye ko e na me 1 week ni ntina maka eti no minim se o se maba ma friend List to well say me fra phone no what is going on my frustrated e dey na ekoso obi awia the phone what is going on
me ni List to one time till Saturday me kra no se me bankran a oni a mani nkantini na me treke no yankɔ no so Kwabena de dikai de dikai na me ba kwasi ada na adwada no pa on normal okokuma se opɛ Monday so obeba obe spending tie ye na mse akwa we matric na enyi because o ha de a me tu me ka na me kon ho ojolu na che se yakope ba bi atena timi de me ba ya na msum be wura dem na pam me die me niti be ye around 5:36 calls me phone so but obi a me nim se eye hardly so be frame matoto so eye ni timi hu ni number no on the first person my friend back because ni ampa ni will not call you for one once it's okay timi hu me ya me shame but before I me ba be fa phone no na okwa wi aso bo me pono Kwabena sorry so na asem na me say dey o say List to any etinkrofo bi me say me taredan no say no one can say no nwie me taredan no so madwene koso say the person is in danger. Yeah. I started thinking, what can we do? Na me free ni nani kache me say asema abeni. So nyamena ye be dana se. To even have you here.
Asida be brave.
Yeah, asida because
asida be
say if you are seeing a tell story and what really happened there. They will appreciate that the power of God is indeed
that is the
in existence.
Yes.
Unyame to me. Because for two people to attack you with guns in their hands, na ba ko kura bonsema ntimi an convince ba ko kura say yen say.
Ame to me so.
Na wa so ba ko pekura de anka ebi say nipa two no God was able to silence the two that whatever you want take it and walk away.
Yeah.
But nipeduano pa de don't touch it. So then it give me some feeling that what they said about Daniel and the lions is true.
It's true. The Job story is true.
It's true.
It happened.
You know, me cry the na me say mummy no ma kwahye mampon ho ba bi o. Eti one am say no let me call me because me sure say money needs to the call.
Yeah.
Nti be friend ya na ni fire. I say, "About you guys, are you still in Kumasi?" I say, "No, ya but am say na ma ba na what's." I say, "Sure. Would you ask mama?" Listen to your kikra na me pe wa hwe me pese me hu anim se wunie.
Listo.
Shedding. Nyankopon say the by Jesus Christ story no. Anyway,
to be honest, Ayana menino me eya menino endi hu areho because I need nini peduane chenka.
Oh, I mean,
of course, what is car?
I at a point na me de me ho me say ke ka me ho ahwe say am I still alive?
Yes,
because I don't want to even remember what happened.
Yeah.
It was very dangerous.
Wow.
Say obi epie wo so. Wo tene ya wo hu say ye wa na ye mahye no. Na say shiva. Kwabena, the person could just have pulled the trigger.
Yes.
Na ye mahye no. Nipa wo ba wo so kretuo. Me tene say hu say ye me a na no shiva.
Yeah.
And the second person can.
Coordinate can trigger no anka.
So just God. Nothing but God. Nothing but God. And I thank God.
Onia Akwaba.
Yes, interesting. And you know, Andrew Amini used to what in Komo Kwachepa. You know, it was the same thing that happened to me.
Wow.
Yeah. Men said the name is dangerous.
Yes.
It was the same thing.
Him and
Yes, me,
Ono dia need them.
me in my house. Yes.
Need them.
You know, and Mitie Listo, no. The modus operandi is the same.
The same. There's no.
The footprint, you could see, say, it's the footprint is the same. You know, they came purposely for a particular thing. You know, and it's, you know, it's, I really feel for him because it took me more than 6 months to recover. Not mean to mean that I couldn't sleep for 6 months.
The trauma.
No, sorry. You know, in fact, at the end of AC and the following day, I had to move to a hotel. I slept in a hotel for almost 2 weeks. You know, they send men and they come, you know, wielding weapons. They come and, you know, they come purposely for and gadget information. Because when they came to attack me, almost for my phones, laptops. In fact, made them there every electronic gadget I hope and you know when that thing happened, there a show was Saturday. Me can't say more evidence say President Kufuor near Bumpty.
Yeah.
I call Abuja. Yeah, discussions no Saturday. Monday machine on be attacking me.
And the next day they were in court.
And now at the chair no omukusi you know. It umbese gadgets no ne equipment no free me fee be area you know. At the chair no mo dey court almost 2 years. Say in the
that is terrible.
You know.
It's terrible.
So the footprint utie is the same modus operandi.
Yeah, Mompire na yenye friends security conscious. Yeah, the same thing. Akwana Kwabena can say.
Yeah.
Me lucky ya me yene say me neighborhood no because of maybe being a musician and as a volunteer. Me normally very fine. So obia ya went. You know how almost Uncle Rex. Go some. Go be the motorbike. We have a packy corner hasi baby, and you suspect say there are not some people we know
in the area.
Tell me about demonstration. Yes, America, yes.
80 for 3 days. I'm in the fee.
Yeah.
So why not send on? Kophobia behind some strange people. They've been coming here for the past 3 days.
And we show more. The omoye.
Well, for about yourself,
special operations. Exactly. Yeah. And they are trained though. They are trained boys.
And na and for our area, what motorbikes no more the ban. Pictures. It been much chama me who normal plate about na. It's you one day me na me who say motorbikes ni be trailing me. Ni petrol net so.
Because you have it on your phone.
Exactly.
You see, Kwabena, kaya de ba kwa ne wia ede
exactly
se in fact se akromfompo eji obi car no me ko bokro no ana so me ko ye jombe ye wia omu ya no ma eden o ma ko je si baby it is so deep because o pese ye chill o di bona o pese ye chill in terms of a car ko disabone and I said let a car be involved it's for a car to be involved in this matter up to date not even a single lead David it's not
and the car is in the system
it's in the system
because last 4 or 5 days no be free say omo hu list to a car and number plate to a containers
wow
then this morning to Obini Madin Kumobia, I won't disclose it. Now me say oba, then I'll tell because still yeah my boys nemu. It's in the system yeah. From 4 BN wa am robber BN or beju phone or beso to monitor who calls the phone.
Omonya arm robbers.
Yeah.
They are not
arm robbers.
For almost 5 days, na list to a phone on.
Kwabena when you say they na
the phone was on a low battery before they took the
so
phone.
they
charged it.
They na meti asem no. Me free listo was
Bobie yeah. I'm robber bay and obenya kwa tell phone wa hwedin who is calling who is sending messages.
To know who is calling you.
Honestly me na menim say omkofo na na me dwen say ebia
on emfa
ebia wakotwa sim card no foforo na ebia onim me number no inti na onfa no
check sound
me free number na go through the number was going through omunya konfo
anyway
omunya konfo na
Kwabena imagine say hwe bia na me da no maybe hotel ho no about 400 meters away from police barrier
yeah Atinga Junction
yeah
wow.
400 meters
yeah Kumasi FM ni Atinga Junction
400 meters
police barrier ni then list to that just 400 meters
there is
so if for ode fanise magimi ma dwe me say edu anadwo a police ye adwuma 400 meters away intimate koda baby a police wo
omo ye armed
so how do I trust them?
Omo ye armed robbers cry na kasanika police for enya a single lead
of course
so omo ye armed robbers cry nkofo ko bokro no
onam na utwitwa pictures na me koka wa asem a na eno adane utipa ye police ye the picture na ye police jina me nchen me koda so ya be rob me how Kwabena police jina me nchen 400 meters away
minimum na dey una abeka
listo
then you tell me the competence is in the IGP. No, I don't believe so.
Listo, this is not
and I have every reason to believe, sir, he's my prime suspect. I tell it. He's my prime suspect. But I'll wait till I get there. And I don't fight. I mean, you see, Kwabena, that day I was telling somebody something, sir. And you won't me so because me wa me ni mechi asem. Me wa. I don't care what happened behind me. But what I was thinking about, they say, must this be the modus operandi of a democratic state? Young Ghana for we fought for this democracy, and we have someone who is saying he's a lawyer. As president, must this be the modus operandi?
Your friend me or catch him say, Kwabena, me phone was on. I called. Okwe also free. A bomwa na esi continuously for 5 days. So me say me frɛ me namfo bi was system no mu that and I say no. If so want me a charge phone no dia then the phone is with somebody sitting somewhere monitoring conversations about phone no so messages say because obviously me say me frɛ ya ba ku mienu na say anya enye say me nim say akromfo anaso obi ahia na agya send the message anaso nkomo bia me ni wo di secret no send the home message say chale ade we say you to we are get back to me so that but me nim nti no me send the message me nka bibia but I wanted to check
but me I didn't know
it doesn't make sense
unim say time my friend I didn't know I could have even sent a message I didn't know say me I thought say on incident this year no and we trying the SIM card before.
I na me bisa me ho asem bi. Kwabena. Muni me no. Do I have any secret
Oh, secret. Now,
me phone ye kura mu ebi ade mbati ebi amompa ye ush maybe that is what you want to do
that dey no mami bi was
because mini secret
mami bi was kwadwe dey ya brand here
you know be
apart from
yeah the pa near modi pa biti we here me ye bone a kwabra unim say the best people I have loved in my world are those who criticize.
Of course.
Now me not sometimes.
Because yes. Now we'll what be trouble? Kwabra say you.
So unu obi am na say onipa ntimi nka wani ma asem dia. Ene say na nya agudi.
Na nya agudi. Na so pe oye.
The best people I criticize. Me mpe wasem am nka wasem. What ma say? But se me hu se ba bia wo keka kono. Ebedi wunya, edi wunchiri manya. Edi omanya, edi abusua ne obi anya. Me fa nsa me ho, meka
asem di kan esese ye ka.
Enti no, se no nti na mo he me manu we enka ntumu da.
Oh, you no grad here.
Sure.
You never forget it.
So if you say oh, e be any atata no na.
Oh, you
I'm not one of those.
No, that is you see, but
me who cry me sama I won't.
Forget
me who am sama I won't.
But that is the modus operandi of Kwabena. You see, they do that
just to moralize you and all that.
Yeah, you know, and you see, and that is why, you know,
I'm robber about when you were born commands and we are.
Can you imagine?
I
interacted with them.
Mr. Omunye armed robber. What can I say?
No one can say.
They are not armed robbers.
Anyway, nyame ne dada se enti yekoya se no wo na eso ma ye nyina yakọ ko ya bia se tie nyina no wo na eso ma ye yakọ na wa hwe anka yi abe de kanya agro yi anka be de ba
nyame na se dada se
me yam share shit you see and you see me dey on because I've had the experience, you know, it brought all those back after them bottle. Yeah. Me fair number ni sa
me say okon wi abo me gate mo ka se Kwabena sorry na list o na no ansi o sorry na list o me hu post se me fa chale
Kwabena, you know, anyway. and Kwabena I see a share home crime.
Yes,
and
well.
I am, you know, we thank God for his life.
Yeah,
we thank God for his life and
I mean to be in chefufu ebi kamishe bi buano
and for the life of all of us. We thank God for his life. And Kwabena, the last 7 years have been very, very difficult for us, especially
very tough. Very tough.
I mean, dear young farmer, Kwabena,
we have seen it all.
Acadian.
We have seen it all.
Acadian.
Very tough.
I'm living a day at a time.
Yeah.
Because
it doesn't make sense.
You know,
it's crazy.
Me, they've tried to poison me. They've
Wabro.
Omedemako to the hank of a gumensa and
a queer mofasu could run if you know. You
so,
have no clue.
So we have suffered. But Kwabena, you see, it's for me it's encouraging. Say, you know, at least or Chinabino. You bet me catch in Chirima say. Ye can't afford the one sem at Chirimana. We can tell it from a position of experience. Say, this is how bad of a leader Ekufado was. And yet Obi say, Yene, yes.
Say, you experience it.
This is what we went through.
We lived it.
This is what we lived through for 8 good years. And a so-called human rights lawyer. So-called human rights. Kwabena. Now I don't people born who so on the platform B. I bet catch them say for the human rights lawyer. One who has had a trade, I met 2 nipanano.
Thank you. Live at 100.5 Citizen Show. Me batch catch the no yeguso. Star for one. And then me on one yan faster. Yeah, to jaw. Mami MPM mamo. Now Kofi Benzo epesa ye BA conversation mo. Me de ne first tweet number then the response to a Ghanaians, cause bash in the Ghana for money be papa, you know, so the abba. But my mama coffee bento old tweet be a year back guided my conversation. Unfortunately for us, no coffee bento say crucial transformations are caused by he couldn't mention one. Kofi Bento at one breath, a Kufuor government is bad. At another breath, there has been crucial transformations. Now, Kofi Bento argument or the Abane say, John Mahama was bad in government, and unim the entire yakofa that bad person edeneba. Kufuor has performed bad and even worse than a Mahama. Say no Baumia and Kufuor ho on a president ni bida. Inti Baumia Emra. Now in 2015, this is Kofi Bento, and let me quickly read through. And I read. I have been quiet for a while. Reflections. Here's how I feel. Someone said, cynics are not born, they are made. The struggle is real, spending crazy sums of money on everything from the most expensive fuel in the world to 5 Ghana cedis, a piece nails. So Kofi Bento had issues with 5 Ghana cedis fuel prices, right? That's the gallon, right? Okay. Now, moving between my inverter and generator and still suffering darkness. The struggle is real. Talk is cheap, and sometimes empty talk is annoying. That is how I feel when I see and hear people who don't buy anything with their own money and feed on my taxes telling me how good things are. This is Kofi Bento. I am being taxed to hell, and I have to struggle with everything. I am not amused hearing platitudes. This is Kofi Bento. So now Kofi Bento has no issue with baller tax, menstruation tax, COVID tax, only problem be our home now. Because now he can afford. Okay. When I leave Ghana, I am asked, is this the best you can do? Did you really fly that money? Is it true you are giving over $60,000 to every player plus a jeep and other bonuses to footballers for being second? Now Blaster call Angola, Amoma call finals. Kofi Bento say Blaster drew finals in World Cup and Kwasiasem, but say Blaster Cote d'Ivoire, we knew one match out of your group matches near Befi near you $8.5 million Ansah. Kofi Bento Akwa Boa na minim de owo no. When your women are dying through childbirth, okay, so let me move on. Did you buy power to watch football when your factories are collapsing? And he is claiming that people are asking him such questions. Is it true that hundreds of your people recently died from cholera and Accra is still filthy? So filthy citizens are being asked to get out and clean it? And do we hear you are about to sign 10-year deals for emergency power, which cost $1 million a day? 1 million, as whether in dollars or in cities, we can't tell. And we hear there is no plan for ending doom, so just a series of hopes. And you are so in debt, you have to run to the IMF. You left only 8 years ago. There was a time when it felt good to be a Ghanaian. This is different. This is a friend is a Kofi Bento. Okay, so that was when Upon Kruma 2 was preaching. When I see darkness, I get afraid, I get scared. When I see water shortage, I get afraid, I get scared. When I see Upon Kruma, I see so a traffic jam. Said traffic will come be bria. Na niyama sen no Ojo FM no. Ose when your lights are here they polo. Upon Kruma say Sata will who traffic because Jomama free ball ban or the traffic free ball e buy. Into who trafficker na niyama sen. Also what armed robbery. And who dey say no. Because Upon Kruma any problem. Any problem ano. aha who dey say any problem ano but also first no armed robbery no no kwadwo upon kroma na ne yam ahye no say hey armed robbery say ne yam nhye no because now he feeds on my taxes kwadwo upon kroma ye nipa because me tua de ka etua police ni ka ma ne bɔ no ho ban etua police ni ka e ma no hwɛ ni fie so ontua light bill ontua water bill ya ma ne bungalow otim yetua na bibi ama no enti ono no free say no se Bobie taxes na me didi a I am fine but say nye Bobie taxes na me nya bi ni na say me wo opposition dia and I am scared. That is Kwadwo upon Kroma mentality of the 2 years. No. Members, Liso, let me start with you.
Okay,
on Bentel.
I mean, kind and chatty for Bimna. Me now be as was I've had series of messages on my way. I mean, no BBS. I mean, na I will just phone na so as ne order more than the actually. Come on, ade ba kwa I was a Ghana for nyina yehu and they say on my way I be do baby I agree because of nipa omo very selfish they fuel their selfishness with commentaries ebema nipa dombi affordly for deception and lies. And these are the very people that are supposed to ordinarily believe say oh nipa we die omo ye sebio neutrals amayosem kra no omo ni we afa anase omo we afa no sankofo no they make you believe say omo kasama Ghana fo nyina na omo de omo ni we afa anase omo we afa but say we a reasonable human being wadwene mu dawa e wo say hu say sankofo no omo na ya man boyefo in fact omo ya man boyefo kra cha Akufo Addo ni baomia because the devil is not more evil than his promoters. The devil obonsam ni hu nyehu anase onye osaifo ti se omo a womo ebo obonsam ehu dewro se nipa nkodi nachi because se nya sa ankofo na ebeye den se nipa betimi kura atena se na ono asori se mekodi bonsam achi he womo ye campaign ma Akufo Addo no ene se meti se omumu bi eye enyoma ase eye omo ya se Akufo Addo kura be ye mampani na wa disappoint omo a in some instances obu won man the IQ no eye very low adwene ne wo fom ama because of adwene ne wo fom no ontimi nwi deeper te say bia Nyankopon adom achede odi aman ya yen yetimi tenase etimi dwen ehu se obi a woton ni papa eja pade edi akoduru madam ase say ni pano do aman ya obebo no. It's a very simple thing. Say you have to use the brain. The Biameka said the parable of the talent. No, Jesus was referring to the brain. And say, who refuse to use your human brain now? The men are not friend gomshen na. Et said the what to form. To say aquana. The man the bakwa okotu to form. The adieniko see yes say. Openi minim say yes with 3 more than. Enam se wutiri mu odi nti me de na me mpese me de be kwa akoya adwuma na me kona me kobo ka me nim se oba abeje me do nti no me tutu fom nti so me naje wa de wo so wodo me no wo a wo be refuse to use your brain no you are cursed. And it is to a very very long your friend is saying sometimes to your third, sometimes to your fourth, to your it can affect generations yet unborn because of adwena eda wutiri mu a wan fa nya adwuma nti epinisi ayesi na because a lot of Ghanaians refused to use their brains. Now nipa no a wo kasa no wadwe ye say oh we num de civil society organization or academic or lawyer ni after all or you be a onimu de ewiase adwene nko ene nyansa nko oti ase suahunu enye wo mo ko sukuu nyina nanim nyansa nanka professor Ade ekoni nyansa odi ti wiase no hwe nyansa we no odi ti wiase o enye wo bia wo ko sukuu a ye fe ne professor na onim de ebi mo ho a ena sedu nketi aka sukuu empepe jimi opa ko wiase sukuu nyina na wajimi ena nyansa so eyade ketewa bi na wanya saade na ansa untimi nya hwe ma ne nya ye enu ntina fe ne nyansa ni nkyeremu no a syllabus of 2 words nya ansa wanya ansa na waye bibia untimi nya de kro no ma ne nya ye da enu ntino my first statement about this is for the Ghanaian to begin to behave like omoa the parable of the talent near ma baaku enum obaye no na wabon ho ama na yedu baaku ye ma ne nan na wabon ho ama na ye nwotwe se wan yusu wa adwen no a obetena wo ABC nim na obeye no me ama wo ne wunchirima. It's important say ni pa bia oti wiase a wa adwen na eda otirimu no ube yusu. Now how do you use the brain? How am I in this life? Me boy, a me boy. Going to have obiti se Kofi Benti we are. Or trokrana utimi say or what errors in his grammar. Yes, you go school. Or what errors obi a wako school. Ena ne thinking no obi bia ni wono mu a opese okọ wanimu a na kan history ya de dey nti na true history you say no wo pese o kire say history kura pon efaso ni so dynamic symbols no die ni ho de pa kese pa sankofa uni ma de krontia eno yenchi sankofa adia ye sankofa ni se uko school ya ma exercise assignment na edema wo no wo tro a utimiti na teacher atro koye corrections twi kasem yes insiesie onipa onima dia ye friend insiesie wo na bra bomu no obobra onye ye enko nanim ogina faako wuti na wan correct na o se o mati men correct but me come anim me pacho teacher ben no be promote obi a wawe this is Kofi Benti adwene na wu nyansa nim they are fools nipa sometimes when you want to be very biblical ube hu nyansa bebre tembia no etina Solomon okọ nyankopon anim na e woda yemu no osere nyankopon ade ba akopeu nyansa wanya nyansa na bibie ni wa wo ye beye o. If you walk with a fool, look, just by walking with a fool you become a fool. Nantie keke se kire me yonko na me se mensa na moyi na mensa mano esusumina so sumina kan se mensa nim nyansa you be say wada fune hwan ya me se mensa obi e bekas me jimi. I'm telling you, just by association with the Kufuado, no, you will become a fool. I'm telling you, and yet by providence, your friendship with the Kufuado, no, makes you a fool. Your friendship with Bawumia makes you a fool. Because look, a dear pan will be asking say, Nipa betting wants to say, may buy for Adasan, and ya me hunti, may buy my Adasan. Sikabe na munyae. And then what taxi ama and yam kania crampa mo add any value to no. You want to add Ghana from Bacho value added tax no. as a self-explanatory. Things that you have added value to are those that you are paying taxes on. Me patro Ghana for added value to tax. It is only a fool that thinks like this. E-levy, adia, one say or digitalization, one a man of digitalization. It is only a fool who would say, I would discourage people from using their phones to transfer monies. It's discouraging. When you want to digitalize a society like Ghana, and you bring e-levy, you are a big fool. I don't have any apologies to any person, because it is only a fool that reasons in that manner. Adiana John Mahama pencil, they were encouraging, they say, a bedroom baby no crampono. We don't need to spend hard cash. Until you be Biana, you have to use your Momo to do transfers to make things easier. And you don't need to go to the bank. And until banks no, and making sure say, or more any telcos no, at to kese, and making sure say no, or phone now so crampono, ultimate is free account to mu, ultimate transfers to account to mu. And no na civilized world no, say no, America, UK. Oyster, UK, you use Oyster card. You use cash, hard cash. They say UK, free, Obia use hard cash. And nimdie extra will say Obia because enya no na adwene but womia digitalization a fan adwene mu a obepɔ damatie sudo mi donya meka e kan kote bodon me na meka kyerɛ because say nyansa no ontimi fan tirim everything digitization or digitalization John Mahama na de buy John Mahama na de mi gira baabi na meka say buy Ghana first John Mahama na see your friend is saying data center. John Mahama see a credit data center. John Mahama ready fiber optics are state owned. Eba Ghana first. But we make the crow yeah. John Mahama time ena Uber eba Ghana ha. And this time na John Mahama Uber ba Ghana ha no. E dey na na fa Uber. Uber catch say we are leapfrogging. One pound Jimmy no Jimmy a abo hunter. I'm telling you. Ansah will tell you say adie we e wo say we a Ansah no ko bi enti say fiber optics na John Mahama de ba Ghana eni ha e na wo say wo ba be Ghana card krampo a e na wo say wo pese wo ye na wo ye ebia street name na Jack where are you no kra mo de boy ye kro no ba mi ye kro fo Jack where are you we had it already in Ghana ani e friend asase GPS meboa e wo dada e na ba na akose sanidin. And I say, Jack, where are you? And I say, I am here. And then Kulane de Tunyum. Udu baby and Aquana Unity, Jack, where are you? Meboa. And what's a sunny dinner? There be $2.5 million. FDA. Confosa. Then you, instead of people to use their brains, and you see, Kunim, I must be very candid, say. Even though I have been off radio for a while, I've been reading a lot about how people commented on Kofi's post. And say the whole crown po ekotwaba. You can see the Ghanaian is now thinking deeply. The Ghanaian cannot be fooled again. No fool can ever fool the Ghanaian. No fool, I'm telling you. Now you have to go through pains to fool the Ghanaian, even when you are a biggest fool. First, no, they were very gullible. Most Ghanaians were very gullible because they would easily fall for Baumier's lectures, Baumier's theories that were propounded by people even in the ages that he read, without even acknowledging those prowess. Our Bekin Kanye in his lectures, who books, etunto books, no. Those antics, no. Ghanaian fell for it because at that point it was a novelty. And you know how Ghanaians behave when Akoya say, hey, Akoya obey, I say, the way of life here, on the lectures no dey bow. Before no vice president, presidential candidate or running mate had done that. And every Ghanaian, in fact, at some point, I began to follow it because I was like, is it making sense? Yes, even though I was rooting for John Mahama, I fell for it. And I was even questioning why Amisata is not answering questions that is coming from Bawumia. I came out and said that those times at Muntia, I was questioning why Amisata was being very docile. May his soul rest in perfect peace. I think all apologies to his soul. I was being foolish. I was fooled also because I wasn't using my brain. That is how come fools were able to fool the fools. But today, how would the fool fool the wise? Because Ghanaians are thinking, who call the post Nasia? How did you find someone who would want to even say, oh, Kofi Asema Wakano, Nyansa Wum? Hardly. You can read about 10 messages and you see not even a single. You can read as many as 100 messages. You won't see one arguing in his favor. So it tells you that the Ghanaian is thinking. And that is how I think we should appreciate ourselves. Sir. Without thinking, fools will fool us. There a chat to Kwabena. Election way I kono. It is just about one thing. It's about saving this country. That's it. Me, John Mahama, you're in a track record, ni BBR to talk about way home. In fact, and this year 16 years, MPP so the 16th year way. In the 32 years of our democracy, no, Chimpaba. Now, if the NDC is bold enough, district by district, municipality by municipality, metropolis by metropolitan, or the baby bia, one constituency by constituency, that's the political language. Yanko constituency bia, na NDC, and say constituency way, yajuma. Let us just oppose that with that of the MPP. No, I just want us to do that. And we are 1, 2. Salvation now yeah pay for your country way no. Any independence, second independence I pay for my way no. Yeah. And ya ma try ma kwe. Obi obeka cho say so obi hwe bia no, sa nipa kro no. Busa ne ho say, busa oni pa kro no say. Ono would he want to toy with his life once more? Knowing that when we tried Akufo-Addo, even some of us wouldn't say at some point, Ada Akufo-Addo winning, you know. Me mommy was like, the way Akufo-Addo near the end, wow, be ya bonny one abemo, be you. Yeah.
We all believe that.
Yeah. People were feeling so much about how he will be strict, how he will not entertain nonsense in his government, especially when he was even plagiarizing speeches of your friend is saying former American presidents saying the citizens are not spectators.
Yeah, mean to ano. Ada omobobo abano 2016 so we no. Na me ne Osofagos your friend say
Papa Tintim Papa Fio.
Me ono kwadwo ebo a ewo ahoto ne agina se o. First statement e free Papa ni anum ba ni say hey said the Akufo-Addo bebu on my pa the onye sure send this bit about power bio. And we all believed it. We all believed it.
I think that is why I wasn't present.
No, as much as ye nyina ni Akufo-Addo no. Say me preaching from Akufo-Addo 2008. But Accra FM. The resource no buy any that enthusiasm on the streets no. A buying team say, well, a be a obey.
There was a wholesale of public goodwill
exactly
behind him.
Exactly.
And that is the most
the way
reason why
I say, Opesika, Nyama Baimu, and I Posika. Opesika go to the private sector.
It's a language of swindlers.
I'm going to protect the public.
Swindlers, flammers. Hey, they are the quickest. Oh, Akufo-Addo. Look at how he was bold, a thief. Who is very bold without blinking an eye to say I'm incorruptible. Yeah. When he had graduated from corruption to being a thief. Yeah. Thief, a broad daylight and robber, thief. Yeah. Thief, who has stolen party money sika parties ka we wia ne na yire kose na yire mpo woni say ko gigi sika man no Steve Mallory African Watch magazine busa Uncle Steve say o ma ko gigi sika wa America dia ma Akufo-Addo say Akufo-Addo fabra Ghana be campaign no diska na ko to ka ma eslowusu wey adwene wey e da ni patrim na be ka tell me say we betimi abu man na wonya Kofi Bentil wey num sankoma no na omu dinachi omu nko ane de we omu ka brofo Ghana ni nso de agimi wonya hu so obi te brofo pe ene wonim nyansa obi agimi awu timi se na adwene na abodam jimi adwene because what te brofo ene hu me enkofa junkies na wa America na omu te brofo papa omu betimi abu man wey junkies America junkie oka brofo na no kwa emie ne se esi so ani I risk kontom right Jimmy junkie broni a wabodam a wote brofo ebi no Akufo-Addo etino we have to use our brains
but I think say Kofi Bentil no graduate chain no
but correct
because onipa otimika say ono why mistake fine but because why a mistake ni change so be correct
moving
mistake
forward you see how he reasons we work school ya share logic
ono uncorrect mistake ni da ni wo because why ye
who say
we or deduction ya say
anyway yeah famisi na
etimedi usie no Kwabena me de meka esesudua abana ye koto no yes I will encourage the NDC to work hard but enye NDC MPP asem bi mu baby aye dunu do mahama na onam ho no NDC pekro mo mpo no Ghana fo be fa no ne ye de nakọ because sabi ye mpanifo bu baby say de wonim to ne ye de gina kire mpon so and the devil I know the Muhammad devil I know no is better than the angel I don't know. The devil in Muhammad na omu preaching ma yehu say wabon Muhammad incompetent no. Look, I prefer John Muhammad's incompetence to Bawomia's uselessness.
I'll come back to you.
It is better to be incompetent than to be useless.
Thank you.
At least you tried. But useless men, they have no reason to believe that even a trial is important. You have been given a whole economy. Ye bibi ni enfanyina so nka say Bawumia ye bibi. What if you can say you have your own idea? It is only a fool who will not make an attempt. Make an attempt. Nanki say, oh, he tried, but it couldn't work. You are sitting down watching the Ghanaian like Achembi.
I'll come back to you. Live on Accra 100.5. Nilate says Akufo-Addo is a confident trickster 419. Would Eduji says submission is the motto for Ashawu for Jacob K. Tekute says corner place today is my son's birthday. Divine Tekute of Priest Land Educational Center Kaswa. And I would arise so Uncle Rex. Oh, okay. So Uncle Rex, what's your birthday?
Yeah.
Wow. No way to graduate. Who didn't say?
But it's worth celebrating.
Anyway. Uncle Rex, young corner, media babesi.
Oh, Kwabena, me das me church here for. Bibi ho master di was I my way mu. Ka o man bia de ye do ko school a ukosua ngoma se o de beboa wo man, o de beboa wo busua. Nanso ka me pa ye ne se wohwe Ghana ha sei na dem krofo na o ko school na ye from intellectuals no rather no omo yusu omo school nimdie no edisisi o man no e de bo man no kro no ade ti na make sa wo check asema Kofi Bentil kan now they check obi a wako school ni logic. Here is the situation Akufo-Addo ene kofa Bawumia ba ebe ne running mate. Akufo-Addo statements bebre ono aka so no de onye economist eno ntina wakofa a young man economist Bawumia so meboa no no metoto Ghana skasem nyina pepepe. And that is why as a vice president he became the head of the economic management team. Economy say ni hu ni say obi a wo Ghana ha obeka no kore nya Ghana kore wiase nyina nim se Ghana economy no atete apansam to extent say you see no a devalue more than 500% or even 1000%. Ye bibia say hwe onim de ekoso So foreign money ada dollar or na euro and na be or bank or Ghana. Kona kasa wuku yi na hwe don beka kire wo. O kana so pe $5,000 so beka se ni bi. Ye be ma 1,000 kona ade pa. O say Bank of Ghana don't have the foreign money to give them. Ade bia ye ho demonstration and say no. Tokro na to Bank of Ghana ni mu no. Afi na start a manifesti. Almost say economy now to the extent to say nothing is working.
And again, the dollar no akosho pass.
That is what I'm saying. So the whole situation is for Kofi Bento to come and tell us Baumia de afe no the new ideas. Eba. So 7 years ago no day. So say okay when you're president, you came to help the president. When we do professional ideas NATO for na say ba say president nko entie wasema wo kana oye de opa. If you are an honest person, won't you resign? What traship room boat no wa ma say boat no e de akodi chawi a. Then over ka say afi na wo de ideas e beba. Ideas no different in e beba. The problem is Baumia only credibility. And the people like Kofi Benton feel so time to chop. Enti kwa bia me yeah ma yanko he masa yanko hwe ne yanko chop bi. Enti yanko painting no yanko ye that job painting ne yan package no. Ne yanko ton magana fo. Masa o package na bow so. Enya dia Ghana fo beto. We are wide awake. Ugu ho ani mu ase Kofi Benton. I'm surprised honestly speaking. Na meaning say obetimi ayi bibi kura wonye bibi to this extent. Enti media Ghana had there are no neutrals so side no munjai ka. Obi sorry na neutral there are no neutrals in this country. Says the Kofi Benton wa draw line am you say de no ye ni nyina no ono ankasa no owo ni behind the scenes no he's coded under other stuff. Na me kasa bebre because ono ani post na say ade Ghana for dia ye no. So obi a owo shame a ono ankasa obekọ kudware. Odware 1,000 times kura na the way Ghana for dinner tem no nya de an ho hohoro.
Odi akasha kura ba emfa.
Etibi de when it comes to Kofi Bentel says wa me an say oni Baumia na duka daya. He has no credibility. Well lose the credibility nyina respect kakra na ko forman or no ankasa apepa respect no. How can you go and package Baumia and come and sell it to us again? Baumia sem bia no ejina no kreso. Ni bia ye tro. Nobody quality say Aliza Gamma if say a Gamma lizard. No chantro no sere. This is a personal Becca say when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. Now time about power for fundamentals now you weak exchange rate ni expose you no. No sa kwa another a friend say say symposium or whatever. And then it's a warp logic and blah 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 blah. I mean, so any power mistake, just like a maybe President Kufo, a buy or jitum say, oh, said ye may banana minim sadi and tiano, then yes, I net ye, it me sorry. And only a case any power or honest at least or credibility kakra. What you say to say, Mahama Kachira will say, by muda, maida, etino. So in China, okay, can Mahama is incompetent and Mahama is incompetent. No, oh, Babet Nassau and I don't say the idea is here. It took a car when we are now by now said near Mano and Cosa de Uhuno, and yet that easy. Nasty loud, that's who crown trono China man, no chantrona, no su chantrona, no to chantrona, abepimone. Says they can't sell him. And the Kofi fee so abeng. No credibility kakra Ghana for Jimmy D ne neutral to my men kwada men copy pa hona menye kakra nche me wotum ene ne
Mame enka man for Mark Afachu says Mark, I don't understand this your question. Anyway, Daniel Edu says honestly with me I must commend Mr. Thompson. He did his job well during JM's era, and Thompson is still doing his job today. Thompson forever. Okay, all right. So this one is coming from Daniel Adu. Abdul Rashid Jibril Sawadogo says, good afternoon, guys. I'm watching you live from New York. Good job. Okay, thank you. New York, no. What's your New York? ɛno ara ne so atwerɛ New York ɛno ara no ɛyɛ ɛna ɔde baabi a area no ɔteɛ no ɛdi aka ho me mmɔ ne yɛnsere me me ne wodate hɔ me ne wodate hɔ ebi a New York ɛno ara no New York no deɛ yɛsɔ nyinaa yɛnim sɛ New York na ɔde din no ase aka ho kyerɛ sɛ me mmɔ na afei deɛ yee ɔkɔtɔn me yei na Thompson kura to brɔfo bɛtumi aka adeɛ wei
agora bi ɔkɔ yɛ ɔse Massachusetts
wei deɛ wontie asɛ wei deɛ 4 days ni no ɔkɔ awia ɛne ɛfiri fie ba ɛna America nkuro yi biara yɛka ho asɛm ɛna yɛka sɛ papa bi kɔka Iowa Iowa NDC ni yɛka ho asɛm na ɛfiri ɔkɔ awia no a ɛdi wepa no antumi ambɔ na sɛ misi pipi koraa yɛtumi ka misi pipi ɛwɔ na mebɔ break wɔ to na so kɔ wiase fam sifri card wɔ sia dɛ dam sia dɛ sɛ misi pipi ɔkɔ wia na sɛ misi pipi kura etimi ka na so kɔ wiase sifri card C64 was Kwabena na 64 ade wo ye akwa yi dia ye a wode bai SYRACUSE me kan say SYRACUSE SYRACUSE
aha enye quiz room
Kwabena man fa na ade it's not familiar
it's not me drew on na me jump car New York
Kwabena wa kan New York wa kan ya wie
wo ye fu pass afọ awe
ope wenim guase de agedi
Dabio say eyiye do na one person meye cause krobo mi on begwane me body we ya Tommy ma me nyes ka chede ba ko embra hello aja wafa ne form afa say na about phone so
500 yo
edem
glass man
adwuma mma utwa say
500 we try 30 cedi
and now what is 500 utirinkwa one danu moshi congratulations but your friend say Kingsley who was which part of Ghana?
Oh, me was Kingsley.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. Okay, Mate, all right. Was it a Mesa Tons in country here and Grofama where you miss Bomo Bosia?
Oh, to me, Basil.
Also, be busy so. All right, so I start 413 hash. See, I'm just catching the and I'm to gumpa, and I'm check pa. Na, say no, Tommy, well, Adolf Matei, minim idea how kwawi. Wabe breaki a dino into 3 amame. Menka Sai Ra Qs. Syracuse.
After Makai baby, Syracuse, yes.
Monka. Yeah.
Syracuse.
Monka. Na memintie. Hey.
When you said me call New York, I'm Syracuse, but me who spelling no.
There's a university there, Syracuse University.
Yes.
Spelling
no.
Me friend Breda. Me friend Breda na kwai. Di we baba cross me we say there. Me so the media me tie we ya do betra ro. Ne kaya me dey. Ejeti. Kaya me dey. Hey, Tommy, say abo bre koso hey.
Oh, that's my chat for. I think say this year this is my first time. No, I think I'll be second time.
You don't remind us of your your battle with the ladies.
Oh no, this is battle.
So I missed out. Yeah, passing. Yeah. This is missed out.
However, you refused using the mister, so
I missed that.
I bet you did.
Oh, battle. Oh, David, battle. Come na battle.
Huh?
Papa ko sina bucha ko to den twe free sina baba o ka so bucha so David.
What does you like?
I don't know. Oh, funny. Syracuse. Syracuse.
It's what I got my flu player match.
Syracuse. Oh, Agnes. There you go. So I can find the one teacher. You ready? Okay. One.
Is it the also young is the woman in Fagan and the other four?
Anyway, let's go.
You see, Kofi Bento issue we own. In fact, the first time I mean Kofi Bento statement, let me just say fake news. Just say social media, will be to me for account. Now I edit it because will be echo screenshot in the post I want to make about me, and then I didn't call around. So let me just say fake news. So I ignored it. Then I saw a write up going around. I ignored it again. Until 2 days ago, me no sign a statement. And I'm saying there be I did with there. Yeah, continuous.
Oh, okay. What did you be that?
No, yes, why? Or starting you know.
I see.
Or starting in it. And he may call the Facebook page. Echoes. Share say.
That's what you sure.
If indeed, make call him through the Facebook page comments in here. Not just say consistently the guy making some ridiculous posts for some time. A one
microphone piano.
And I'm saying FM. Kofi Bento there. You name him Kofi. Kofi, yeah, one of the lead people at the money. We worked with them. In fact, in 2020, Tama, Jin Mensah and Adrian said, "Obe compile new voters register." Yeah, in fact, your name money Cambo, yeah, a lot of things. I think that we even went with them to mention your cartoon for Kofi Bento more in a call. So Kofi is somebody I've interacted with, and so now me person my friend, Nina Franklin, I'm a friend. I'm Nini Dinko. So yeah, now what you sure say? You know, you okay there? It's a private conversation. In fact, details name to you, but I think say it raises a lot of fundamental questions about the integrity of the people who, you know, we put on our airwaves, or people who we've given credence to in this country.
Kevin Taylor.
Okay.
Because we are on loud silence. TV. Yeah.
Kevin, ciao. When jandam for ni na. When jandam.
I said that I agree that I can't. Kevin, you have brisa agree that I can't. No, me video this Adam say I go cry. I'm Kevin. I found by. What again is our Kwabena so still.
And I pay me home back with Miss Risa.
Agrada.
Kevin, dear. Or Sibella Mundia Koware. Say, I'm not getting to sound Anuma. Sound apart, or the TV so. I look at the Sanuma, and a Ghana is this, Ghana is that, and Ghana is that. Send our just an overcall. I need our people, Kevin. Ubekundi power. Anyway, all right. Anyway, so Kwabena, it raises some very critical issues about people like the area show more chromacy. Kwabena, you never Kofi Bento 2016, 2015, 2016. He was one of the lead actors in the Doomso campaign.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or no, so a lead actor. Occupy Ghana. Kwabena, what were the conditions at the time when Tia na Kofi Bento say on Tini Hojai? who be that or say time now according to Kwabena, Ghana was hell. That time no near top petrol 3 cedis. Not dollar at 3.4.
Yeah.
Yeah. That time no.
Yeah.
Kwabena say or so ko bibia na ne board den went me and talk. So the post now mo buy.
When you are eating, you don't talk. Now he's eating, so he doesn't see it.
Yo,
Kwabena,
Obefe.
the conditions are na at the time Kwabena ni occupy Ghana for Nam Street to one cry hano. Today, we are in 1,000 times worse in that condition. It will be a principled person like Ira Kwabena la yin na no. This is the time, Anka. He will even rise up more. Maybe no, say that's an assumption.
Or carrying
at the time, no.
Uh-huh.
That's an assumption. That's an assumption. Say, Anka, this is the time. Because that time we can't Kwabena.
No, but Minia, let me come in here. Kofi, any problem with the over past and the current? Because he has been saying that Akufo-Addo are failing.
Yes.
But he is claiming that John Mahama no good, Akufo-Addo no good.
We should try Baumia.
Baumia no good.
That is my problem.
No, mebaho. Oh, there mebaho. Say, me set a foundation. No? So, Anka Samuel, this is the time Anka Kwabena should even be on the street.
Exactly.
Shouting. Kofi is not doing that. Now, in your penny, Kofi say, "Oh, Akufo-Addo are fairly or sell minor, but Baumia dear, or no, your mate keke, no, your co-pilot, or no, dear, no, a number 2. Enti ye blame Baumia enye ye yemfa blame ni nyina nso Akufo-Addo. Minu Kofi what to kwan se bia plane ofo a wonim de ntia yema nipa ba kon ka plane no yema ye di a pilot and a co-pilot if I can plane no. Because at every point in time they are all pilots oh. And yes, about your deputy co-pilots. What happens is that at every point in time, Abako ebe breaking no, Bako be ebe so okwa hom jem kakra Bako esan no kakra no. And that's even at the time Abako abre na or did dem kakra no, the other person have to be in control of the aircraft. So it is two people who manage an economy at every point in time, a country at every point in time. There is a reason why there's a president and a vice president too. If the vice president was as useless as Kwabena wants us to believe, the framers of our constitution would have told us to have only a president. Just one person. You know who say, what bon and what bon? Into Kwabena buy and call no kwa. The command say, and ki blame no kwa. But the framers of the constitution who say nyansa ni nipa ba akutrim enti no wo ya wo fa president a ese wo nya nipa ba akuka ne ho e bia na president no oye lawyer na be de tie ne economist enti or the law ne economist experience no me enu ka bo ma no metime aiden ebu o man no e bia na president no ye economics but on tim mrase na the vice ne ye lawyer na the vice ne ye agriculturist and the vice near consultant and the vice near nipa no so the name there no they can't bo no dey bo man no
wanu Kwabena ye fa no say assistant director we imani wanye
meba me coconut and meba what onu Kwabena no or ye vice president of imani
Kwasia the money for vice president enye
onu Kwabena no or ye vice president of imani
boy no means we Jimmy Sada.
It we are vice president of Imani, no.
na say ya bibia se Oyimania wo say oh me Kofi Bento dem nka me vice president keke Franklin Kujo mun ko blame Franklin Kujo enti Franklin say unia Kofi amaye hu say they say BBC a wo na dey blame be ma wo na ye president wo na ye founding president into all your 3 vice presidents including Kofi Bento your friend is saying Bryce Simons Kofi according to his analogy omu nyina useless omu ntimi enye bibia emfa mwawo Franklin would you media wudi wo ho but Kwabena it is the most lamest excuse anybody have attempted to make for Dr. Bawumia. It's the most lamest excuse. Say Dr. Bawumia nyansa woni trim oni mambu ena Dr. Bawumia timi atrase ahwe ye din mekufo ado ase o man na beduru sei ena Bawumia mumia nsuro no bone woni trim se Bawumia ni bibi pa e fa mambu ho on said yes manage economy and I said da me mfasa ni ndewe mwe kufo ado man nya o man ni ye mehwe kufo ado man ase o man no o se ni wi na me ma beje ena Bawumia o ya bro mumia hwe ni ye o ya bro man no ya bro o ya bro pa so ni bibi pa se de ye man ye ene nti watena ho abesi samri ama banks egu makofo savings asai kofo sika kofo djuma ahotre a ekufo ne Bawumia de afam infien suni Kofi Bento say yen kasa ekufo na ni trimo odin Bawumia de ono no na be de akire keke na odi na chi no hwe no imagine na kotre say no to boabom no kura nyehi se de ogina akire kasa wani gine no ha ba me se ekufo ho nyehi se Bawumia me ka bibia ekufo ne ho nyehi se Bawumia he omuni ma won me se Bawumia komo de omuni ma komo jai kura because our agenda no makọ bọ ni say omu be recruit people to say Kofi Bento no ma o ma ye omu say omu de omu ye neutral no ma be try be wo say he me say afu election ye o hwe wo di si ye be twa ye ma obia space eme tutu anoma ho emfa be kire ese anoma le ni o ye ma mo sa space ne kra me say ekufo de ho nya hi se Bawumia ho hisi obia Bawumia ni ho hisi obia ni ho hi
on kan no kre na sem bia nyina no kre so
me say Bawumia me say so omuni Bawumia ho ye Ghana fo hia akomo keka sansem no na Ghana fo asioma no e twen Bawumia mo de man start the campaign mo ma Bawumia start the campaign no onko market I'm there Dr. Bawumia said Dr. Bawumia emfa kan ko Kumasi Central Market so koye campaign obu de ma na be ka kire no ho ombe yo mo pietu na de twa na ni so Bawumia ombe yo mo pietu me se Kumasi Central Market for ma no any race course for ma no intos for ma no ombe yo mo pietu na de twa Bawumia ni so se fa nkwasa se free so ko unim ya nkan fie nso ni ka ma ye mre sei.
Sure. No, but let me ask you. So, I don't think Bawumia and then the henchmen, the team, they want to blame Ekufo-Addo for all what has happened to us. Why?
Sure. A strategy. A strategy. Ekufo-Addo na ama ho kwan so munye nsa. A strategy. Sure unim. Sure. Oh, say sa no mo de Ekufo-Addo. Ekufo-Addo didn't have an image. Ekufo-Addo was hollow, didn't have any image. It was after Omo defeat in 2012. So election reports no mo ye no. No mo hu no Ekufo-Addo weakness. And Omo says yes Omo rent it. Omo package and they rented people. So that time no people like Kofi Bento Lemko, even though Kofi Bento minim Kofi Bento pa o MPP ni. Even though their original alliances with these people no They didn't know that they were being used to prosecute an agenda. A lot of them, if one else, and you see, they sold it in such a way, say, they made it look like a national interest agenda. And they got the buying of these people. And are coupled with tribalism. And a year gonna afford debt. It's not some now I'm can they gonna afford debt. Because Ghana for you tribalistic. And nobody a lot of people were used to whitewash Ekufuado without even their consent. Oh, of
course.
Now, Baumia Diano, and Omo said, Baumia dear. Why said what we Kahurun Swaguno? And will it? Oh, so when the fire for will such a Munuk on Willeno, one with the goose so no masoki, na I make a cry. It told me to see a bear 1 week. Nehun so no, a cow one, Ube Jadia, Son about me, I said, you will learn soon a good home. Oh, it was about me, Juan. And the only way they can do Baumia Jumano is to sacrifice a Kufado. And to what trusting and what planning, blame on himself and another on the Oko, he's not going to be on the ballot again. It's more there, Monfan Swami. They say, no, Casano Bacas Wednesday, no. No, obeying a Kufado Nick and Ofrataso. And I can say, can Ofrat on Bepamono. They say, don't be say, on Bepamo. Ekufa ombe you can offer free war ombe dia mean anta ene finance minister
so must start to cry sake this na
ombe yi about 10 regional ministers so ombe pamo no Baumia de nkofo ombe hya ye bibi te say no yema Baumia so Baumia e de nkofo ba be hye ho enti no na enye se Baumia no omoye kakra ase no ma ye ka Baumia ka say no ode nko anu nkofo ba
say sika no ma wia no no side their bus system
say sika na ma wia no oma di kakra be gu system nim na te say oma ko say Baumia ka ya ma Baumia kwan kakra ode no nkofo ba ye no say nanka kiti ma ne kwan ya ebeye ye channel ye kwada ye channel kwamna yes pay Baumia wa obama ho kwan no ma be rental take off bento kahuro so ne bi hwie bi ego ye say government onu no ho o se dem de don't be pie
no but responsible
kwamna ye ni wo e de say da o de coffee bento tena ho ntimi kasa the way people have dealt with him. I know people have called him behind the scenes. Say Kofi Ade, you've done a good service to this country. I don't know ugu any masasa. We the ayaya say. Na ya we say him crying to even come into a civil society space. We are all disappointed in you, Ade.
Kofi are surprising me too much.
We are all disappointed in you. Because when him say people thought Kofi was actually even more principled than Franklin Kujo.
Exactly. And I'm so surprised.
Yeah.
People thought Kofi was even more principled than Franklin Kujo.
So you don't judge the book by its jacket.
You see, and in fact, what shocking will be
What shocking?
What shocking will be but yeah, dear. Say what shock you, say won't shock you. This time round, no. Yeah, more bigger back. Yeah, more be an inch. Man, anybody who attempt to whitewash Baumia, you better shake a rose so only be a go so will so no. You don't have a fra. Because there's nobody with any iota of integrity or credibility who attempt to defend Baumia. Nobody. So, even a little credibility left her. Oh, Kitua Bimpoaka will from could defend the Baumia. Who will pay the papa be the aye? Baumia. Until 2025, he was our president. Why I was saying, His Excellency Dr. Vladimir Kopon. Baumia. Muse ya chewa mo kwamna. Me say de be Baumia okruma no. Obesi sane no mafiri akọ walewale. Baumia be tu afin kran ha.
Ono Baumia na nim se onye credible. Ono anim.
Obetu afin kran ha.
ni team no mo anim say onye credible until they are finding a way to whitewash
You know what I say now,
package him,
Uncle
come
Rest.
and sell it to us.
Yentina say Ghana, yentina say, Mama may Bawumia president to Krumha. Is it not an insult?
Yeah, no, and I mean, and I say,
It's not an insult. I mean, are we that
yeah,
stupid?
no one say, I mean,
Are they? I ain't a die. Kwame Nkrumah Ghana. You want to make Bawumia a president? Are you kidding me? Nanti walk up international funds me say who is your president? Oh, mine now so nobody trinkunu. No kasano. Ti wako UN Security Council ko eko speech. What?
Who you cry chain?
Wait. Na ye twa omo. Me say wa would be try, you do be flat. Ye mo bia space wo krom ha and na Ghana ye ti krom na ye oh na oh in a neutral and now oh you don't have to and you don't have to oh you know just make your point but you don't insult. Hey, Bawumia. Hey, that rule does not apply to Bawumia. We are going to tell because here Kwabena ya fall for sa on omba be confusing kwala no.
And no normal.
So omo target ni free SHS and kwala no. Omo na omo target.
yeah, man, I quite said the president's not be so cheap. Say, just say, I so cheap.
Yeah. But you see, omo target and kwala no free SHS and kwala no. Omo we say kwala na dwunu mo ha. Into omo be ya and omo so my calculation no because the last omo nim say every year it be kwala about 150 200,000 students on free SHS. Into this year we come until within 4 years no or my estimate so okay into campaign a normal target targeting me no targeting crown on my dream war hano
so that's why they are using people like Kofi Bento.
What I say targeting crown on one or maybe SS from OSS or go university for from or my dream war hano and they are going to push this particular agenda.
And let me tell you one agenda be almost pushy. They are targeting some Gen Zs.
Yeah,
no omo a hype omo. No more use somebody.
And they say oko TikTok omo hear a lot of fake news about Omama. No more TikTok one the other. A lot of them. Enti ye ma omo kwan Kwabena. Ye ma omo kwan. Ye know omo the be see so. Ye know omo the be face so. Wo the see e be twa.
Boot for
boot. Wo the Bawumia me say wo the Bawumia we second clay be twa. Because Bawumia Kwabena we cannot Kwabena we it in our wildest dream allow Bawumia to become president in this country. It's unthinkable. It's unheard of.
But Bawumia president in this country,
it's unthinkable.
It's like even giving Akufo-Addo a third term. It's as simple as that.
It's a taboo. It's a taboo.
All right, so that's
the president. It's like sleeping with a woman who is menstruating. It's a taboo.
All right, so Jacob P. Rufai is asking whether we are permitted to use Arrow and
FM.
Now Ghana there will be the Arrow here. Jagapi. Anyway, all right. So Aisha Muntari is here on your Facebook page. Eric Finchi is here. We have Jacob Freedom Yabua also joining us on Facebook page. Bright Tibu is asking whether Kofi Bento can eat from a new manufactured chamber pot. Looking at the way he's talking. Becky Stone says, is it bent till or bent till or bentwa? I don't know, Becky. So, Janetta Collins is here. Question says those calling him Kofi Bentwa must stop with immediate effect. And I've not heard anybody calling him Kofi Bentwa anyway. One from Buzet says cogent analysis from Ansah Thompson. God bless you, bro. All right, so Lawrence Treme has the kind of adjectives they are using for one man, you know, easy. Okay, so if we are suffering because of the mishandling of our economy by the economic Westgate, if Kofi is not under the influence of something illegal, then he's a tok. Simple. Okay. Now, answers, let me quote Listo and Anakusipoku. Time is the mightiest judge. Now we are seeing the minds of those so-called neutrals, think tanks, position in our politics. But it seems Kwabena has run out of cash due to the current economic hardship in the country. So he has to get closer to the Bawumia campaign team. I didn't know confused. Don't say anything. Nilate. Vivian Upon is here. Okay, right. Thank you, Vivian. Kwame NSS, my greetings to you all. Okay, we take a love letter or whatever. We love you, and I think in reference to Listo. All right, so thank you. Now, Maunya Freddy Agbena says, good afternoon, Bobie. Gucci Dari says the best show. Okay, thank you. Prince Dean is here. Oh, good evening. Watching you live from Qatar. Anyway, all right, so
Say in recent times, there is a trend, a very worrying. Persons that ordinarily you wouldn't think that they can easily fall for those tendencies, no. Nipa ni de me yapa e Kwabena Japan.
Me amadam for
Kwabena Japan.
Some will send us on in the CNE privately.
Sometimes I want him to, I just want to prick his conscience a bit. Because look, he has just destroyed himself.
He held on so well.
Where?
He held on so well.
Kwabena Babe drew
I don't know
in
what
politics. After keeping quiet for so long and maintaining his level, no?
Teachers or Canada too much.
I tell you.
Look,
I am very pained. No,
I
just say we need
no.
This is
I know.
I'm saying say, no to the audience.
Audience, okay.
One wouldn't name Kwabena Japan. No? You won't be pained like I'm pained. Because look, Kwabena Japan this is here. Do you know what they say that gets me so worried? Yeah. How?
Yeah.
It's a fine
it's
a fine gentleman. But madam for power.
No, I will say either too. If you're a fine gentleman, you don't think rightly. You can't be fine. So you allow yourself to be fooled and used. Look at somebody that you did try to also. Ye nim no krano. Ama ye crown pon ye push say kasa. Kwabena so kasa. Ama ye mo krampo no edu baabi ne ye ne ewu se Kwabena Japan no a ye nyina ye di nachi adono ye bra ye di nachi a sebi we saw a hero in him no and ne ono ankasa allow ne who to be destroyed. Ama it got to a point that wo ankra na wo ankasa wo say wo ni for wa asembia mu. And so you say party no I exonerate you. Ade a woni for you exonerate you on. Cause you magiatum.
What?
Hey, me hwene sa Kwabena. And sometimes I don't like to do this on air, but I feel so pained, say. I just can't hold it. Say, and ne Bawumia namwa. I had to say boy. Hey, Kwabena.
On a big gate.
Hey, and him go say we can flat out that donya me when what destroy him. And him go say it's an understatement. And no, Debbie, me how can Kwabena Japan convince anyone in the MPP? This is somebody that Akufo-Addo say one kind of credit. Wakwaji NDC Fosika. Enti sani pana what discredit no. E dey na obekama MPP ni. They go to about Onya saying. Delegates no go to about Onya saying. So where is his constituency? Obia, the do see a passo, afro war, say Ibrahim, Amaoka. Ukonya accident we ye. Would the Akonya elections? Why a general secretary? When him go see the good war. Na and once a denia. Na say na I got TV so. Oh, Bawumia. ɛna now nim adeɛ ya omo kan ya na ɛsa me yakura ɛya na me fɛre adan a yɛ party baako na se eto aba na nka me we ne ya sɛ nka omo kan ba be di machi hey now me person busa question way, and this question is to all the stalwarts in the MPP. I won't say the rank and file because the stalwarts, I'm sure say omuna sebi the odi suya the odi kind anti omuna the pardon ni di omachi. Eti yemusa ye hu say between your mind Ghana and the party no there any do.
Omudo party no. I can tell you for sure.
What am I say?
Omudo party in Ghana.
Busa hu say even say do o party a busa hu say enti say pa na wampani kufo o ma party ni gija ye party say de na kufo do aye no say bi kontebe ya eka ujina bia ne he so and media I'll still encourage that yensu ya adwen because it's the only antidote. If you fail to use the brain, some of these people now according to Sikebi no abegina honom no aka kire say ba omia yi ni papa because ono wa men
yeah
and the can so that is the danger.
That's the
what
problem.
That's
the problem.
So these people no including me and kasami dia mi chocho mucho Kwabena Japan asem no kan no kure opa ni tapes na obeye candidate to want to be the flag bearer no okan no play those tapes and juxtapose that with the current utterances
and narrative.
Then you will see the person in him, how lying somebody can allow for himself to be used as a tool, a lying tool for that matter, a deceitful one. You are telling me Bawumia is a credible candidate today.
How? That
the Ghanaian must go to the polls and see Bawumia a credible candidate to elect as president. You Kwabena, how do you take us for? And what do you take us for? How do you think the Ghanaian reasons? Because you think ebia when the speech be o my Ansah na or launching the ambition to become president. Kwabena, you go and listen to the speech. That is what Kwabena Japan is. That is who he is. But money can destroy a very, you say oyonko boni say obrapa. But we the sika boni and say obrapa. Sika boni. Now be sika bedaji. And you know, we enye in isolation.
We should expect more.
It's not in isolation.
Kwabena
music media but members quick one member I Uncle Rex but Tommy obi busa me question be and I think Masienya another question here the same that living out
midnight glow where the stars align, we lose ourselves in the rhythm divine. Underneath the sky painted with dreams, we're chasing the echo.
Now banku adia ubenya baby a ubeda aya Citizen Media College, we train professional.
In the midnight glow where the stars align, we lose ourselves in the rhythm divine. Underneath the sky painted with dreams, we're chasing the echoes of silent screams. Caught in the spell of the cosmic night, where fantasies
country at heart. The report will highlight new roads, harbors, railway lines, not what we've seen of late, Ayalolo buses. You will find the lack of intimidation of opposing voices. You will find serious investment and practice to enable a digitized economy and society. The report will go on to point at housing projects, including the famous Saglemi housing complex, and even those that somebody has happily raised to make room for a presumed cathedral. You will find that journalists were not hounded into exile. Should I ask?
Metram ama Commander Boham Kwabena Bobie Ansah medin edinana otu da ko mema munyina akwaba na ene ye beti nnwuma no afiri ho nnwuma bibere ho no a ye beye, but I'm sure say ne kese no a ejina the limited voter registration exercise ye beko na ye nkrofo a ya to magumu ye nsia na mu across the regions ye no bedin komo na ya hwe sene niema eko. Of course I'm sure so by now and some you can't eto hono no ebi na eba mu fa electoral commission how wa fa dwumadi the kind of seriousness a twase or they attach this limited registration exercise me kan ho asem ene e de anim adija. But all the same these multinational institutions and companies and most of them are relocating across different African countries. At the NSC, we also entered there. Enti ma yenchi eshi obibia yema munyina aha na yema mu akwaba surunko emra ene ewie dwumadie so na yekamu se yatena nkonyabunu sei na Oman Ghana hodo ana boye chidom inti free sabre ko se no nsia bebo ebeso de nkonyabunu so no ya krado yeswai si ebesom Oman Ghana no eno mo ana ye wo ene de di kan a utie dwumadi a ye bo akwan mu juada bia kosi fiada ye awia no mienu ko se no nsia bebo a ye beso de so na ye akan anwumire kase ebo no enso ne yen edi enkoma ne sa enti ene yadi ahia de na kyerese ayoman hodo wei dwumadi a yasehye se ye oman bapa asade na ye befa akwanya so na empanyifo a fa akwani asaso bagi tumi efuro manfo no ho no yamo hunu se empanyifo se ne otwesa onim se na chiache enti no yaka won nokore bi atere won to da bi esuro nti nsentwerefo bi ntimi nkasa dwumadi wei it's in to change the narrative na yamempanyifo hunu se tumi enwo won tumi won krofo ko bi a ye from Ghana fo san krofo yi ana edu emre bi a wo kogina wi akata ban so to aba eyi panin enti sa wo ye Ghana man panin anase wanya kwanya na wabaye mre shebetwani anase wanya kwanya na president bi appointed no wabaye minister of state anase DC MC or even a mayor ya fa sa kwanya we so na ya kira wo bobre no wahunu se you do not have monopoly over political power. Okay, Ghana amamra afi apema hankono de okunu mienu a article 1+1 kire bibi o say to me dia edibu o man no eni pani bi ho Ghana for sovereignty lies in the people. It is anyama bin koyi a yensen trafo a we are supposed to be the gatekeepers of the nation and voices for the voiceless. We need to rise up to the occasion and raise that defensible walls in making sure that the economic turmoil and challenges of our country are salvaged. So I have only one job: to bring into account the authority that we conferred on our leaders. Sir, Oman Penino, na sadia noa etwaso ye na wunya hoto akura na se no se obesa asade na ntina mte akunya mu se oswafo no
yes one kwa ye adwuma so wafa krono adamfo na keta se ne pro dream ane kankan eno ne adwuma wo die no. I am here to make sure that that evil status quo is challenged. Eti ene mwa mashia me ewo Facebook me kam say Eugene Ban Adaroma eti na yedi him ye fast da kase so ma kwankwache se obo ye chidom ye bedi nkomo bebre na emriba mu so I'm sure say mu amuti me be akọ rounds stations ahodo a ye limited registration exercise. The challenges that some of you are facing niema ya anticipate say besie ebi na esie no ana. Now in interim grab to my joining Facebook say Accra 100.5 FM okọ grounds na saying okọ registration centers ahodo no at saying electoral commission ombo saying what is their demeanor like in terms of professionalism. Saying electoral commission for you because don't forget that it's the same electoral commission and a year to about just so a big bribe. So this time you be an action. We need to open our eyes and watch them. Because me, I have said this time without number say and Krofua over trust them. Over trust them. The last people to trust. The last institution to trust in this country. If you are a politician, now you are not in power. And I say if you're a political party, then you are not in power. The electoral commission. But with time, they have proven that woman and crophobia, they don't love the country, and that's the truth. Mostly in bed with the incumbent government. With all due respect, ama smooth handing over process on the 7th of December. No. She's in bad with the Kufadun and Crawford and the Chronics. It's a human be a GMS a bit me a ye. Nana Kufado, Nene Baum, Yababa, and no more. And not in a time, electoral commissioner, ya, any police focus, ya, Becatra say 2024 elections will be free and fair. And I'm happy, sir, at this time, great parties like NDC, and what term a bit say, I say, drink it here. Secretary bit say fifi abiquete. Communications officer bit say Sami Jemfi. Youth organizer bit national organizer bit say Joseph Yami. And the able women organizer. Wow. These are people I think is that some do money to form and I know that they are going to do that. They are going to pay it to vigilance. Sa Krononua, a course in 2016. And the Corona Electoral Commission here buying the ball. Yeah, in 2020, no, there is no way. Say a member quiet minutes in 2024. And Untina and net Yabeko introduction in Twadaso. Not Yanni and names for Edin Kobo. Because say party people win 2024 elections it start from now. Yeah, let me tell you, elections a process and event. Over Facebook I share me and me a roll call. Somebody said me ba me roll call. Timinu anu am joining your Facebook no. Wa utie me no fa phone na bra Facebook. Oba no wa throw din any baby awo. Na ma me hunu se wutie me. Na enche me bubu mu nyina din because me maka se mu ni ho a enyo bia. Mo na mo me guys okurum ha. Mo na mo me je fans okurum ha. Mo na mo di mu data about Facebook hey yen to data mo bia. So you are the people we need to glorify. Na mo to Ghana to be bia what here bia fa for nebra Facebook na baba chiro adwene yen kan ma no. And again ma se bisa say mo amutie no anya bia madam fu bi mo ba bi mo nua ketwa bia wadi 18 years echo for registration center na ukoye no challenges ben na face here ma ye hunu awe Facebook wo se ya enche meken kan ma ma hunu se ye nuanum bi edikan aba yes okay so rock na sase bi ma sase do mudin ba any baby a o mutie yen free ma bobo nyina ma mo. But you see yeni san komo yi na san komo ya di very very important, and let's stay on this limited registration exercise. Well, me be especially the National Democratic Congress, the MPP in power. I want to say one before when you're saying also in making sure that Ura Bawumia will become the next president. And again, a false fire they will never allow that evil to happen. Because Yango huye nim enkosoro. Because there were some parameters a bind way ejina so in opposition a year campaign. And listen to me well. And on the jina suma Ghana 4-2 santene and we are katabain at 2 a to Mahama Banguye because of the things this government told us in opposition. Today, ladies and gentlemen, the same government have had the opportunity to ascend the ranks of leadership, and they are doing worse things that they campaign against John Mahama with. And you think some of us will sit down? Huh? Mokas ye mubi abu dam sabita frache sabia kudonto ye Jimmy Fuama eti se abrochre na yankwada obroni banso yehu se nsuo to na yada sabi ye sodi free enkata so no eti yehu se from afọ. And then look at where dollar do, and yet you campaign on the back of dollar to city. And then look at baby inflation drew, and yet you campaign on the back of bad inflation in the elsewhere administration. And then moyo baby mudi Ghana besia ko drew external borrowing. Single government I borrow about 700 billion Ghana cedis. Ubi some said dear nobody skaya am so much. I'm sorry, I'm saying free SHS. Meanwhile, free SHS is from the oil field or the oil fund. Sika, free SHS, no. It's not part of the external borrowings. Apart from that flagship program, free SHS, no. Sika put one and Akufado ne Bamia, Sapisiano Mabono, Ghana for see this is from the hiding. You understand? So at the back of all these backgrounds, and you go to 2024, and nothing a break from this limited registration exercise. Now, before I forget, let me use this medium to call on every youth away the 18 years. Now, listen to me, youth. I stand for you people. I feel your pains, and I feel your cry. And I know your situations. I know the challenges your mothers and fathers are going through in the house. There are times you even sleep on empty stomach. I know. I know, said there were a lot of youth. Now, what do you because of enturaku for the tractor one. I know said there are a lot of youth. Satam no more. 11 years, maybe no more 12 years, maybe no more 15 years or whatever. So, over idea, your trouble man 2016. Oh, me yes, I'm on 2020. And these children and they 18 years have seen the hardship. One man no papa no welcome. Sometimes school fees yetting because these are youth. You better try to say I'm free SHS. And so I can't want my minimum bono. As in so much school fees. The children know, they know. And these are people you be a limited registration exercise. But what you guys are expecting you're close to 2 million. Because by registration statistics, it is said every year be a 1 year 18 years. Within the region of 450,000 and 500,000. And from I think 2021, ever seen there, because of COVID-19, and said limited registration. So we have a lot of youth. When 18, 18. Register that these are people. They must go and register. And I'm speaking to you, the youth of this country. So be at the 18 years. I won't tell me. I don't care whether you belong to NDC. I don't care whether you belong to MPP. But I care, say you are Ghanaian and you are youths that must have a future. Abayo Otisui has stolen your future. Abayo Otisui has stolen your destiny. All of you must come out in your numbers and go and register. Senator, on the 7th of December, you show them the red card. Obi oya babunu. Osiu. Abayo and you're promising on yet. So why should I go and get a card? Minya, it is your civic responsibility. Don't let anything woo you down. I know, sir, the confidence I know. But we've seen the John Mahama's administration and we've seen the Akufo's administration. Let's even assume said they are all evil political parties. At least one is a lesser evil. And between these political parties, one would definitely be better. Sorry, worker. Go to your registration center. A 21 days period. Me assure us special opportunities. Make sure, sir, you get your registration done. Make sure. Now we are senior high school student. ASO could register them. Do you know why? Look at the number of times you've lived through all your school. Who said do registration time? Yes, yeah, my mama tablet. And yet, there are a lot of you are syllabus crumpa. A trust the chairman, dear, anyhow. We teach an inna, one no travel, dear crampono. Ya Jenny Sikasi, a man, a tablet, the laptop, and MI. You understand, say it's just political populism. Yeah, the man, send a bear, you bet you guys will need to come out in your numbers and go and register so that on the 7th of December, you vote against a myopic government. It was someone Namuko register. On the 7th of December, we are voting against a corrupt government. Abaya, Otimi, Emma PDS, Linkrata, Bonnie Beji, $200 million. We are going to vote against them on the 7th of December. And that is why you need to register today. Abaya and a land train, Yabasa, and Swasua Bros Sky train. Not $2 million, come. Yabesine. That government does not deserve another term. Go out in your numbers and register. On the 7th of December, it is communal labor for change. All of us together, we are going to change this government and bring another government. I have told you, government is your own issue. It's your own issue. It's your own issue. So the PPP, the NDC, that's your own issue. But say I buy way better to the Arabi. Any ankacha damra. Say buy way. Sabine way. No. But in as much I'm telling you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have told you, sir, compare your John Dramani Mahama. Yeah. Now compare Neku Fat in the Bam. We have been unfair to John Mahama. It will be a team. Will be a quaquagenic card. Go out. Hey, I'm bet my MPP. I do trim. With the 18 years there, you can decipher yourself. You can think for yourself. You can take decision yourself. Okay, constitution now. Who did 21 years out to be a member of parliament? There are a lot of you in that region. Not just 21 years now. So who your favor before God? Now in your favor before voters are. You enter parliament as parliamentarian. So what it means is you must be decisive. It was a wow you go out to your numbers, go and register. You hear card no, because on the 7th of December, a communal labor for change. A communal labor for change. What be what tell me at the shout of my voice. I repeat, 7th December 2024, we are all going on polls because a communal labor for change. And Ansah all the other areas. Now, Yabeko all the other areas. Now, Yabecheska. That's right. Yabecheska. Star 413 hash. Over Facebook, right there, 2. Star 413 hash. Now, choose option 2. And no Yakra FM. It's very important, send him a because we need to be mama. Sana yesu beba. Eti ye can for phone. You go be to man 20 cities and no na yira. 10 cities na yira. But I be an comment to be a trebi. Ube who are not go phone so. Sabi omwe di no say omwe. And there are times and sometimes there's all travel luck. Men will lack and dim it. It must shine. It is star 413 hash. Me bacho me say center bi a wako bia challenge bi a wa hunu no bra Facebook na betro. Obi bia will agree with me say etwase yesesa ban. And let me say this before I forget. NDC for Alanchra Matemu omunya mutamfo. You guys got to listen to this. And Alanchra Matemu for Ayafa Franto for NDC for Nyamatamfo. PPP Nyamatamfo. CPP Nyamatamfo. PS Nyamatamfo. Hassan Ayariga APC Nyamatamfo. I have realized that sometimes communicators live on Moko TV radio swap. Hey, instead of attacking Alanchra Martin, attack the government in power and Alanchra Martin when you be taxes. This is the time Alanchra Martin and John Mahama will have to work together. This is the time all the opposition leaders, you have to come together. Now, money on this limited registration exercise. Now, yes, you know, Onya, it's money. All right, ma yankona yene nana tawia ntwe nkomo ogyina na mu e central region. You did this common via. I'll touch on international companies now. And you may be we move free from her. But my yene nana any come. Hello nana.
Hello.
Na at the sign. You are dom a radio here ye. Na ubutwe.
This time I Cape Coast North and South.
Okay.
That's electoral commission now sorry.
Everybody na okọ na center ben potin ana wako.
You know to me that say. Let me take a call some and I pay me some baha Cape Coast North, Cape Coast South. The one metro or electoral director share them two conspiracy. The go for the ega as so on electoral director or them two conspiracy. Now at time makes a bell 11 number for commanded new governor and now electoral commission on party tomorrow. Watch the one system a breakdown and as it yes a hack system. It's the Yako commanded the government, you're going to be same thing. Our opinion electoral commission, our FN Mammy Ama Egan. Lucy in the Gomo Chima Day. Once a single break, maneuver away your way to now, over one number go to our electoral commission, so people's back and now fee in our electoral commission was limited registration, our people's are. Now, there was it. What system is break it down? It must be a very hacker system. It's the central region, cost a million yards a day. 23 consequences now, let the commission they go on. As at 12 o'clock, in the day I knew away you, Jima.
As at 12 o'clock.
Yes, as at 1 o'clock, I saw that I did, Jima. Now, I'm bring up on a communication come on. Now, and a bit about Papa, but not more conceiving. Now, the one number letter commission day, more and motions will be. I could do it, but I have some more.
Yenya or interview.
No. On the Elka we will walk my opposite of Papa Chade, electoral commission. What should there be? Chimney one of the two Yasinano, who is the number
on interview, Michia Accra, or from George, Justice as a constituency secretary. Zema, a month for your Cape Coast South, and constituency for the National Democratic Congress. Now, to the American, and upon your bay has 7 o'clock. From 7 up to 12, the electoral commission. Why is your machines and also still? Want to me 1 year, you may be our one register and improper. In fact, you should share your monitor. What's one machine, one network, one machine system, they break down and no one can count out. Now, you monitor closely. Now, may yet in there, in Kofupa there. Or hijack or your electoral commission, one system. Now, as someone in here, I mean, as a secretary of the party, where can you there? Say, electoral commission, feel there, or for the way a Katadu, Mumwadu, Kusumbi, and what you made that was him, none one should eat. Because as a party, we are not going to condone or connive with electoral commission, we need to make that. What she smells with, we are not going to allow it this 2024 election because electioneering process is start from this limited registration. It is a limited registration. Electoral commission perceived worry and allegedly walk away. We are not going to allow it. If it's a I will them open. Obviously, I'm watching as a party, the other so we are found. We don't from the first morning I will complain that I come to one as a jack, Aban which would have them of me. Of course, you know our MP, Honorable George Bekoreke, we make provision for animal farmers in terms of economic work for that. One Kizaro, one, the one Kateti, under this intense oil situation. Honestly, we are looking at that. But as a party, your headquarters, your directorate of elections and IT at the top. Apart from that, your region, and you report every situation to the National Food Regional Directorate. And we have done that, and we know our national is not going to take it light, and they are also monitoring the system closely. So, China, the you with the margin electoral commission, you have a opinion touch on one.
Yeah. Na be person me bisa say o hwe script in some to say.
Nana asa ta na pega me be the secret mo why type pa. Me kita ko sha police from me kan wa pa de. Community police ko almost there 30. No do go and the play assist me look say. But sir they are run I in the police from do but me pede should have me police for the what I had to up papa. No go command me go for so ko the police for pa no you drunk kasa ewa.
Na reason being na me nim say pin electoral commission for no. Reason be no mama say enam sunti ade an yesan ka o hyase be 7-8 na o hyase 1 in some areas we crowd here you say o man hyase. What were the reasons?
You opinion of the electoral commission no e wo aye kekus metro hano kekus metro say kekus north and south or cheme there all kasa wa CCR na asam no aye national asam in the national emantum asam utum account be but mo to akan there one system will break down asam to make a chain
yo kosofo ani de akire emerepam bi hia we besia ba wakachi da se yo yewra na tawia age na yenam ano yenam sini e wo finfin mantem ana one ye twetwe nkomo no na before I forget you see I'm sure say empanyufo bebre especially in NDC may have gathered intelligence a chere ne aban we betima ye wo hanem na ye nua hopes na do ye be chere nia na mebu ho mo ye during election time say to me call the stronghold of NDC no makoto to dynamite border towns so it a do time ye to aba na akano manko because bimudin say dynamite no it's equated to bomb and it to atoto na ekoso it is all beba pa na ye be kuni de ene obetena fie there are a lot of people in the 2016 elections. One of the at the border town areas. There are a lot of people at 2020 and going beyond to Abanama, NDC and other parties. But Yamama because they didn't issue. Now the intelligence we are picking is that these people keep on passing, especially on Krano. They said do queer amando makano. Huh? They must say one more passing Crawford because they said Samia Ukuano. They think say 2024 election you better not send your tune na amewu kura enya hohoi it wanna show say obinya krupon amewu onya hohoi it then ma dream say adwoso no wo be win 2024 no what makes you think so ama motantan ama mofun you think say sabi say any anoma santifo any achimfo no bi ho na mu a it dey bi omu hwanyansa one way no beto no what I am saying is Miss Ramo, I know said this is not a good thing. But say Mobet be a basing Crawford here. Men casa Mombase, but what is good for the goose is equally good for the gander. Because this government, I'll not be surprised that they'll even cross border and arrange with other presidents in other countries. No more basing Crawford to come and register. Sanabaya during the elections. Then they close the border. And this is one crop for what the border towns in Timetoba. This government is bent on doing everything because say elections way and we shall resist them. We shall resist them because we will not allow them to intimidate us. We shall resist them. Elijah Adakwa. Hey, who I'm saying, Elijah. Many Elijah Adakwa entering Komo Onubutu Asante Mantemo. Na Yashen Yonosu Ordinam. Hello, Elijah. Elijah. Why not try the express? Why not try the way I mean come out in them? Why not try the way? Elijah. But me trust on my spell with EL. IG hey that you crow Kwame Kwachi ni hoa okay Kajagum almost me space be am say na ma mi hu ade wo mo de space my etio Kajagum ade na ekoso na uginan
You know, I make a say, Uber as anti-mantin, and was a voter registration exercise, and a limited one, no air cosona. And I hear quite a community every hour said the registration is equal. Now, the attendance Uber as anti-mantin, you could come see more. You were 5 constituencies, Nanina office, no, regional EC office, a word Dynamic. Now, the attendance said, Obi Office was trading a beer in Shiaso, Bantama, Mensiano, Mensia South, Subing, Omunina, this will move through a car, and as woman and tea through one back, Dynamic, and son and waiting me, Abiturumudi. Now, when they are there, I
don't know, train for any train, say be our dancer, a bedi sima saying.
Now, free mention of the snack with the Yamedia, a quite woe. Now, free, what mean anti free beer. Moizo go now, Nantia, the PMO, Kiyatia, now, Sunny, Nantia, from Aqua de Yamea, and Yasam Cotua. Or what the Silvum Cacra, Crown, our Monso, in Shares Hono, or more crowns, so the Yasam Cotua, if you free, baby to say. Daban na o nantia dia ba RCC Michelle regional office one no ho ana o mane yisi office no ebo ho enti o hwe kwan o manfo be twa dia ba ho no mu a na ano odin ti ade se betimi e discourage ni pa do na o mo e so mutimi hiro modie no e bla o mo ma enti dia be ba ne se e be ni se political parties no etimi e ba se e bi no mo benya wo no mo ba ba twere ade no so na yisi empenfo mo na so se Makwan and political parties embassy nipa informa.
Eti meba wa hunu so bi abase anasa okoye no ensem one da form akwate ye no.
The thing is oba hormone dia and am say ye use office ni nti obi entimi emfa nipa ni mu ka mu fama ho nem omo efa nipa no mu de mu abegina kwantimfin
no manante
amu anante e dia ba enti sana political parties no eye no ayesari a we so what now so no ma me hwere dia ani ye be do ho no nipo ma be hwere no nya de se e be so ani kra na ade ba ko so se enna no pia be pem premotobre 12 o'clock ni mo ho no na yisi machine se wo sa centers enumi nyina no nya adwuma enti no
all the 5 centers
5 centers
enya adwuma
ni na so mo nya a technical challenge.
The technical one. Only a commissioner for any bidding come.
Many regional director no aging command the editor just say beyond their control into more from IT team.
See, but I don't know on our grounds, and I'm not getting it. Even with TV and radio, say unya presenter for fra. Apart from set presenter itimi treche ehwe ne yekono ye fra bibi mock run fiti preko pen fa presenter kontra TV so and fiti preko pen fa presenter kontra radio so you do a mock run na wa hunu say ne awote ye no indeed sa no nipa konetie. So the point I'm making is that it's easy telling us prior to the limited registration exercise omanya rehearsals bia omanya mock run bia oman test